Good afternoon, everyone. We are back for the next session of CPU Nationals 2025 here in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. My name is Brittany Schlater, and I am joined here with Meet Director Ryan Stinn.
Hey, Brittany, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
So today on Platform 1, we have Masters Lifters in men's Masters Lifters 3 and 4. And on Platform 2, we have Masters 2 Classic Women.
Yeah, we're about to get started here. Just a few seconds left before we get things moving along. We have two flights of lifters on both platforms, so should be a nice big session. Starting out on platform 2 is Brenda Bourgeois, and on platform 1 is Stephen Latour. Stefan Latour, I assume. So we have a wide range of body weights here through these wide classes of lifters, but so we'll see a wide range of weights throughout the session.
Looks like we got a nice opener over on 2.
7.5 kilos for opener. Next up,
Looks good for Stefan as well.
Yeah, 2-1.
One red light. Maybe thought he beat his rack man. Maybe looked like he was a little quick on the step. Maybe, but the head ref didn't think that, so that's all good. David Harenko now coming out on platform 1, and Lisa Smith on 2.
Shauna Hammer and Teresa Kwan on deck, and in the
bars loaded for David on 1.
We'll be taking 97.5 kilos.
This is David's second time competing this week, I believe. He lifted equipped.
Did he? Yeah, I don't know if he.
I don't know if he did
often does all 4 events, so he'll do classic and equipped in both bench and 3 lift. So I'm not sure if I'm one of the meet directors, but there's so many names and so many things going on. I don't know if he actually did if he's doing all 4 this week, or if he just did a couple.
Impressive nonetheless. I don't know that I can do 2.
I've done 2 a couple times. Like last couple years ago, I was trying to do Master Worlds and Classic and Equipped, so I did both of those in powerlifting twice that year, and that was not even benching, and that was enough for me. I was done with that. So
next up on platform 2, we have Shauna Hammer with 97.5 kilos, and platform 1 we have Brian Teffeld.
So far, everyone's looking good. Nice smooth openers here. Good to see some solid starts.
Yeah, definitely better to play it safe, get it on the board, and start building the total from there.
A little bit of work there for Shauna, but oh, she got 2 reds there on depth, I think.
It's just not quite enough depth for Shauna, but she'll probably.
I'm sure she'll come back and get it for a second though.
Yeah, looked close there, so
yeah,
not too much more needed, and she'll correct that in her second, I'm sure.
Shauna also lifted already this week, so this will be at least her second.
Yeah, she lifted equipped
yesterday
morning.
yeah.
Exactly. Good lift there for Brian.
On platform 2, we have Teresa Kwan coming out for 97.5 kilos for her opener.
Bars loaded for Arthur.
Teresa on her opener there, a little bit of work, but looks good to me.
Yeah, it was nice and smooth. I think, if I recall,
2-1 there as well.
Yeah, a little.
Like a depth call as well on the right side.
We have Arthur Tim on platform 1, taking 135 kilos for his lift.
Arthur's our first M4 lifter out today. That means he is over 70 years old. 3 white lights for Arthur, yeah. Good lift.
Platform 2, we have Amelie Mayo coming out for 102.5 kilos for her opener. And platform 1, we have Charles Lay.
Bars loaded for Charles on 1.
So Ryan, you're not lifting this week at Nationals. Are you having FOMO about it?
No, not at all.
No, just tired.
Yeah, it's I mean, there's a little bit of FOMO, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm not lifting because of injury, so it's more that it's not my choice to not lift, really.
For sure.
I think if it was my choice, it'd be a little easier to handle, but
yeah.
So It is just an exhausting week, though, and even an exhausting week leading up. Good lift there for Emily. Emily?
Emily, yeah. Good lift for
Up next,
Charles.
platform 1, Pierre. On
Yeah,
deck
Charles
5,
as well.
And in the
Yeah.
hole, Bernard.
It looks Shauna's lift is now good on the score sheet, so I wonder if the jury overturned that.
Yeah,
to
I
good.
did hear
Yeah,
them
okay.
say they overturned
Okay.
the Shauna's lift to
Oh,
good.
good.
So
Good. So we're all.
everyone is on the board.
Yeah.
Now we have Neelan Mayhew coming out for 102.5 for her opener, and Pierre with 147.5 for his.
Good there on
And that's 3 white lights.
platform 2. So let's talk about that a little bit. So we said the jury overturned it. So what does that mean, Brittany?
All right, so here at Nationals and many meets, we have a panel of juries. So it is 3 higher-level referees that are here to watch out over each lift, and if they think that something should be good that was marked bad, or vice versa, they can make a group decision to overturn the lift to either good or bad.
So it's the same as in any other sport where someone might review a call on the play on the field.
Yeah, they watch
and
it back,
overturn.
see a little closer, because our referees do the best that they can, but they're making split-second decisions when they're calling.
And that's a good lift.
Good lift on 2 for Heather. Heather's a very seasoned lifter. She's been around for decades. I only say that because I remember watching her lifting when I first started 20 years ago.
Oh, wow. Finding someone that's been around longer than you is impressive.
There's a few of us around.
On deck center, and in the hole, Brennan.
And Alyssa Hall, the bar is loaded on
Platform 2 is Alyssa Hall coming out now from Newfoundland.
And then platform 1, we have
Bar
Bernard
is loaded
Shaw
for Bernard.
coming out for his opener. I love watching some of the masters lifter with equipment that's probably older than me. Like the original SBD logos.
Yeah.
Good lift for
Yeah.
Bernard.
Some very experienced lifters here for sure.
Yeah.
They've been around, and lots of these athletes have competed internationally and represented our country and
And in the hole,
won medals. You know,
Sylvia Atkinson
it's
in the hole respectively.
they've definitely earned some experience here.
On platform 1, we have Sandro D'Angelo coming out for his opener, and Teresa on platform 2.
Speaking of experience, Sandro coming out with quite an old SBD Team Canada singlet there. Sandro's represented Canada a number of times internationally. One of the bigger meet directors out in Ontario. He held one of the biggest, if not the biggest, nationals there in 2019.
Yep, my first nationals actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice and smooth for Sandro.
Three lights for Sandro. Up next on platform 1, Brent. On deck
Looks good
3,
on
and in the hole, David.
2 for Teresa, and the rest
That
agree
was a
there.
great opener from Teresa.
She's got a couple left here for opening attempts, and then we'll move into our seconds.
Bar is loaded for Brent on 1.
We have Brent Smith coming out on platform 1 for 185 kilos for his opener.
110 kilo on deck. Sylvia Atkinson with 160.
And on platform 2, we have Karina Faye coming
the
out for
bar is
110
loaded.
for her opener.
Looks strong on both platforms, and 6 white lights there. That's good
on
lifts.
platform 2 as well.
Up next
Looks like
on
we have
platform
one
1
more
will be
opener on
Steph
platform 2 of 162.5, but so far everyone's on the board, which is a really great start.
Yep.
102.5
We're moving into second attempts now for the platform 1 for the men
On platform 2
with
will be
Stéphane Latour.
162.5 kilos.
Sylvia Atkinson is also a Team Canada athlete. She has multiple world records, I believe in squat, deadlift in total maybe?
Definitely total and deadlift.
Squat, I'm almost positive.
Squat, yeah.
Yeah, she's an
The bar is
incredible
loaded,
athlete,
Sylvia.
great representative of Team Canada.
Absolutely.
it'll be interesting to see some of her numbers today, how far she pushes.
Mm-hmm. Bit of a work there for Stefan, but looks pretty good to me. No doubt on depth there, I don't think so.
Up next on platform 1, David. On deck, Brian. And in the
Sylvia
hole,
makes
Ari.
that look easy.
Smooth, yeah. Definitely lots of room there.
Yeah.
And that's a
Again,
diamond opener from Sylvia.
good,
3 white
solid
lines.
technique.
Moving on to our second attempt.
Next
First
up on
off,
platform
David
1, we
for
have
David.
David coming out for 110 kilo, 10 kilo increase from his
On
second.
platform 2 will be Brenda, Lisa.
And then platform 2, we have Brenda coming out for her second of 95 kilos.
Bar is loaded, Brenda.
Like a smooth second attempt there for David.
Nice and smooth there.
Up next on platform 1, Brian. On deck, Art. And in the hole, Charles.
There's a lot of thought that goes into attempt selection here. You can see
Bar is loaded for Brian.
Brenda made a 7.5 kilo jump here on her second, so
Yeah,
a little bit of work on there, but
she pushed through it quite well,
Yeah.
though.
That's
2 to 1, a good lift.
for Brenda.
What's the red card for, Ryan?
Next up,
the
Lisa
red card on
Smith.
depth would indicate that she
Hammer.
didn't go low enough. So that the judges are looking to ensure that the top of her leg at the hip joint goes below the top of her knee when she's at the bottom position
And the
squat.
bar is
So
loaded, Lisa
kind of hard to
Smith.
describe, but yeah, there's a minimum depth standard in squats, and that's what the red card indicates. The refs didn't feel that she quite achieved that.
And I'd say it's pretty common. Some lifters have one hip that's higher than another.
For sure.
I definitely do.
I think most probably do. You know, you have a dominant leg, and that musculature can be a little bit different, and it can look different, and even injuries over time can definitely build that imbalance a bit as well. So
For sure. Good thing it only takes 2 to 1 for it to be a good lift.
Yeah, exactly.
We have Lisa Smith taking her second on platform 2. Platform 1 is ready for Arthur to come out for his second of
And that's a
142.5.
great second attempt. 3 white lights for Lisa.
Good attempt over there for Lisa, 100 kilos, and small increase here for Shauna now to 102.5 kilos.
102.5 kilos, so their order is determined by lot number. Shauna Hammer,
Arthur
the
here
bar
with
is loaded.
142.5 kilos.
Some work, but he pushes through that.
Yeah,
Looks
looks
good.
solid to me.
Referees agree. 3 white lights there for Arthur.
On platform 1, Charles. On deck, Pierre. And in the hole, Garvin.
Shauna fights through that. And again,
And
2
that's
to 1.
2 to
So
1. Good lift for Shauna Hammer on 2.
Charles, the bar is loaded on 1.
We have Charles coming out on platform 1 for 145 kilos for his second attempt. And we have Teresa Kwan coming out for 102.5 for her second. Teresa has also represented Canada internationally.
I think Charles may have as well.
Has he? Yeah.
I think he's wearing
Oh yeah, it looks like he
Team
has
Canada
that.
t-shirt there.
Yeah, I can see it peeking
Yeah.
out now that you say that. Nice and smooth for Charles.
Yeah.
Teresa pushes through her second.
Good lifts across the board there.
3 white lights for Teresa. Great lift.
So what other reasons can lifters fail a lift for? What are calls or what judges looking for?
110 kilos.
For the squat, there's the depth, which you spoke about.
Platform.
There
Bar is
are, you
loaded
have to
for
follow
Pierre
your
on 1.
commands, so you have to get the squat command when you walk the bar out and you are ready for your descent.
Lisa, the
They
bar
will
is
give you
loaded.
the start
Platform
command
2.
and then they will give you the rack command at the completion of the lift. So waiting for those commands, the depth, the bar must move in a continuous upward movement once you start pushing out of the hole. Ryan, my brain's
This
not
is a
working.
test, Brittany.
I know, you're
You're a
asking way
referee.
too much from me right now.
I think you got most of them.
Yeah,
The most common failure, obviously, is the red card, the depth
the
card.
depth card, yeah.
Good
Pierre
lift for
gets that one with one red card. So
Platform 1 is Garvin. On
Lisa
deck is Bernard.
gets
And in the hole is
110,
Sandra.
yeah, 3 white
Three white
lights.
lights,
Looking
good
great.
lift, yeah.
On platform 2.
What other
Bar is
informations are
loaded
there,
for
Ryan?
Garvin.
Let's see if your brain's working any better than mine.
It's taking a step. There's always the obvious not completing the lift,
Yes.
but dumping the bar. So if you say you got to the top of the rack or top of the squat and then got a rack command from the referee, and then you purposefully or even inadvertently dump the bar off your back,
The bar is loaded on
you
2.
can get the lift taken away from you for that.
Oh, Garvin pushes through that one.
Might have been
We'll see
a
what the
little bit
refs
of
say.
downward motion there. Yeah, he's got a
they
couple of
agree.
different lights there, so
2 to 1, no
Up
good.
next
you can
on
see as he comes
platform
up here,
one,
there's a
Bernard will be
little bit of a
attempting
dip down there, and that's what the refs called there. So a little bit of a balance issue, I guess, and I think he'd be able to come out and get that on his third.
Yeah, I think he'll get that for sure. Emily is out for her second at 110 right now on platform
Bar
2.
is loaded for Bernard.
And we have Bernard coming out for his second on platform 1.
Ooh, I don't know if there's any downward on Emily's there.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's
In
such
the
a
moment,
split
and
second.
that's the thing, right? In the moment, it's hard to say.
Yeah,
She gets, yeah.
unfortunately,
And
the referees
unfortunately, it wasn't
believe
there
there
on
was some
number
down
2.
low.
Looks like she got a couple
Bit of
lights there, maybe
downward
a depth call as well. So if you're wondering what we're talking about,
Elaine
those
Mayhew,
colors,
bar is loaded.
it's the rings around the lights when they come
Heather
up.
Isles,
So
you're on deck.
the center of the light is red, but there's a colored ring. Ooh, Bernard gets picked up there. Not sure if he hurt himself or if he just lost his balance, maybe. Hopefully just that. Hopefully just lost his balance, and he'll come back out for that on his third.
On platform one
We
will
have
be Sandra
Elaine for
on
her
deck
second
Brent,
on platform
and
2.
in the hole
Looks like she
seven.
also has a Team Canada t-shirt. So. Nice and smooth 3 white lights.
Very easy second attempt, I'd say.
And then we have Sandro now coming out on platform 1 for his second attempt at 190 kilograms.
Bar is loaded.
Heather Ailes coming out for 112.5 kilos for her
Deck
second on
on
platform 2.
In the hole, Karina Fay.
So Ryan, some lifters are wearing wrist wraps while squatting, some are not. Why?
And for Sandro.
Well, if you're like me and you have wrists made out of glass, then help to get a little bit of support on the wrists to help carry that load in your back. Especially people that carry the bar really with a really narrow grip can put a lot of pressure on those wrists.
Yeah, for sure.
And that can cause you to have wrists like glass, like I used to do. So now I have wrists that don't like squatting without wrist wraps. So just helps take some of that pressure off. And then yeah, very common. Obviously, you see it mostly in the bench, but yeah, some lifters opt to wear them for squats as well.
I know I definitely do.
Yeah.
We have Brent Smith on platform 1 taking 195 kilos and Teresa Oldenberger with 115 on platform 2.
Looked very similar to Brent's opening attempt there, I think. So
Looks like that's just how he squats.
Yep,
Moving
yep.
up.
We have Stefan, and he will be looking to improve and beat his national record, attempting 105 kilos.
Teresa fights through that. Yeah.
On deck is David, and in the
Good lift.
hole, Brian.
And that's a good lift on 2. Karina Fay is going to be up next.
Starting third squats on platform 1. We have Stefan
This is a
coming
national
out
record
for
attempt.
105 kilos, which will be a national
Bar is
record
loaded
attempt.
for Karina Fay here, 117.5 kilos on 2.
And we have Karina on platform 2.
So you might be wondering how this is a national record attempt when he's the first lifter out, but he is also the lightest lifter at in a 59 kilo weight class. So he's a Master 3, 59 kilo, which is what all those codes mean at the bottom there.
Good to be on 2, and that is a
And
good
then
lift by Karina.
so 59 kilos, and he's setting the standard there for other lifters. So that's the best squat for a 59 kilo Master 3 man in Canada. So.
Platform 2, we have our own national record.
Looks like platform 2, we have a national record attempt coming out. How can you identify that right away, Ryan?
So if you notice, all the other attempts we've seen have been multiples of 2.5 kilos. And Sylvia's taking an odd jump at 173.5. So because it's an odd jump, then we know it has to be a record. And at this level, it has to be a national record. So lifters can't take a record attempt like that, if it's just a provincial record, they'd have to do a 2.5 kilo jump. So
David fights through
Keep
his
it up.
third.
Throughout
Looked
the
great.
lift.
We'll
Let's
see what the
go.
refs have to say.
Good
Yeah,
lift
three-way
from David
lift.
on
good lift for
one.
David, yeah.
Up next,
3 for
on
3 for
one,
David on
Brian.
that.
On deck, Art, and in the hole, Charles.
So yeah, second attempt. She's attempting the national record here.
Oh, so smooth.
Super easy.
Lots of room there. Three-way lights. New national record for
Bar
silver.
is loaded for Brian.
Great lift,
Back on
Sylvia.
platform 1, we have Brian coming out for 135 kilos for his third squat attempt.
Starting off our thirds on platform 2 will be Brenda, Lisa, and then Teresa.
Brian taking a 5 kilo jump to his third
Brenda
attempt here.
Bergeron, the bar is loaded on 2.
We have Brenda coming out on platform 2 for 100 kilos for her third, starting us off on platform 2 with third squats.
Sylvia's gone up to 180.5 for her third attempt. So.
Oh. Brian gets his lift up, but unfortunately 2 to 1 no
2 to
lift.
1 on depth there.
Yeah, just not quite deep
Next on
enough.
platform 1, Art. On deck, Charles, and
Yeah,
in
you
the
can see
hole,
just a
Garvin.
hair high.
Yeah.
So, and that can happen. You know, you get the weight gets a little heavier, you get a little tighter, a little tenser, and you don't quite hit it quite as well. And
Brenda's fighting through her sticking
good fight
zone.
for Brenda there.
Yeah, great attempt selection there.
Three
Three-way
white lights
lights.
for Brenda. Good lift.
Good squat session for Brenda there.
Platform 1, we have Arthur with 145 kilos, up just 2.5 from his second.
Lisa Smith will be taking 105 kilo next. Lisa, the bar is loaded.
We have Lisa Smith on platform 2 with 105
Oh,
kilos.
Arthur fighting through it, but just a little too much today.
Just a touch too
No
heavy.
lift for Art. Good work again to the spotting team. A reminder for Flight B lifters, you have 3 lifters remaining.
Next out on
to
platform
change
1 will
your
be Charles
opening
Lay.
attempts.
150
Next on
kilos.
platform 1 will be Charles. Bar is loaded for Charles.
Oh,
Lisa
she's
gets a
fighting
little
through
stuck,
it.
but she's fighting through it. Stands it up. We'll see what the refs
Yeah.
have to say.
See what they say.
Huh? 2 minutes, a good lift.
Good lift.
That's why you always fight through it. Even if you think maybe you went down or maybe you had a little infraction,
Next up,
fight through it
Teresa
and
Kwan, 105
let the refs
kilos.
decide.
Yeah, leave it in their hands.
The bar is
Charles
loaded, Teresa.
patient through that. Gets it up.
Looks like a solid lift there for Charles. So.
Yeah.
Charles.
Three-way lights. The referees agree.
On deck on 2, we have
Platform
Shana
2,
Hammer
we
in the
have
hole.
Teresa Kwan with 105
Up
kilos
next
for
on
her
platform
third
1, we
and
have
final squat
Garvin.
attempt.
On deck Pierre, and in the hole, Bernard.
Garvin Cole coming out with 157.5 on
loaded for
platform
Garvin.
1. He missed this on his second attempt. Opting to repeat.
Teresa's pushing through. Great attempt selection there.
Solid drive, and it's
Yeah,
3
three-way
quick
lights.
white lights for Teresa.
See if Garvin can come back and get this lift.
Shana Hammer will be taking 107.5.
He fights through it, but I'm not sure about the depth on it. We'll see what the referees say.
Yeah, they agree,
Yeah, they
unfortunately.
agree.
No lift.
Shana Hammer, the bar is loaded.
We have
Up
Shauna
next on
Hammer on
platform
platform
1,
2
Pierre.
with
On deck,
107.5
Bernard, and in the hole, Sandra.
kilos. Again, she
Bar is
lifted
loaded for
yesterday.
Pierre.
Is
Yeah.
still here putting on a squat clinic.
Yeah, sure, a little sore,
Yeah.
little beat up, but still fighting.
Just a bit
That's a
too
good
much.
catch
Bit
by
too
spotter
much.
loaders. Thank you very much there.
We have Pierre on platform 1 with
Next up,
162.5
Emily
kilos for
Mayo,
his third and final attempt.
112.5 kilos. Elaine Mayhew on deck. Elisa Hull.
He's really lined up off to the one side of that bar, eh?
Yeah.
See how uneven it is on his back, but the bar is dead straight, so you can pretty much tell that that's how he squats.
Bar is loaded. Emily
Maybe
Mayo.
just
You
an
know, you might have
imbalance or something.
you got a shoulder injury at some point, and it kind of puts you off balance. And,
Yeah.
But you can really see how off to the side he was.
No lift for
Couple red
Pierre.
lights there. I think one for depth
Up next,
and then a
reattempting
blue card. And I'm not
the national
quite sure what the blue
record,
card. Oh, maybe
Louis
knees.
Bernard at
Knees
weighing
might have been a little soft with lockout there.
177.5
So
kilos.
the blue card, Ryan, what is it again?
So in that situation, I would guess it was not standing upright at the top of the lift or at the end of the lift.
Okay.
So probably knees a
Bars
little bit
loaded
soft,
for
or
Bernard. Let's
you
help
get
him
called
out
if you're a
again,
little more
folks.
bent over than you need to be.
Because the blue generally is up down, but didn't see any there.
Yeah.
We have Emily Mayo. Unfortunately, 2-1. It was no lift.
Yeah, just a little bit high.
Yeah, a little depth issue there. Strength is really good on that
Platform
lift,
2, there's a reminder, you have 3 lifters
Bernard
left
coming out with
to change
177.5
your owner for
kilos.
second flight.
Missed this on the second, come out to repeat
Flight
it.
B, 3 lifters left on platform 2.
We have
Late May
Nian coming
Bars
out on
loaded.
platform 2 for
Oh,
115.
Bernard fights through that one.
That was a great fight. Let's see what the refs say.
3 white lights. He's awarded for the fight.
Yep, it pays off.
Up next on platform
Gotta
1
be
will be
happy to collect
Sandro and
those
on
extra
deck
kilos.
Brent, and we'll begin our flight B.
Nelane
Yeah, she
fought
fights
through that pretty good. Yeah, looked good. 3 white lights.
Kept
Good
it
attempt
moving,
selection
guys.
there.
3 white
We have
lights for
Sandro
Elaine.
Delangelo coming back out on platform 1 for his third
Next up
squat of
on platform
195
2, we
kilos.
have
It's like
Hull for
Alyssa
her
Hall's
own
coming out for a national record here at
record
115.5 kilos.
If the odd number again, the extra
0.5
0.5 there
kilos.
indicates that it is a national record in the under 52 female Masters 2 class.
Sandra comes up there.
Alyssa, the
Depth
bar
might
is
have been a
loaded
little
on 2 for
sketchy,
you.
but 2 white lights is a good
for
lift.
Sandro.
And that's where, you know, you can have that one
All
higher
right,
hip
everyone,
and,
let's
you
lend
know,
her our support. Come on.
It only takes 2.
yeah. Now
Let's
it's like
see another
Brent Smith on
record
platform
on
1's
2.
coming out for a record attempt as well,
Next on
200.5 kilos.
platform 1, we have
There
another
have been so
national
many
record
record
attempt from
attempts
Brent
this
at
week
Yeah.
already.
205 kilos.
Crazy to see still how fast Canadian powerlifting's
Bar
going.
is loaded for Brent.
Alyssa pushes
Good
through
drop, look good to
that.
me, and let's see what they say.
And
2
it's
to 1.
2-1. It's a good lift.
White lights,
New national
good
record
lift
for
on
Alyssa.
2. New
See if Brent can do the
national
same.
record.
So it's a majority rule situation. So if you get 2 white lights or 2 red lights, that's what counts.
On 2.
And then if you get 2, it's not a majority decision or it's not a unanimous decision. Then that's when the jury is able to step in if they disagreed. So only a situation where there's 2 to 1 can the jury actually intervene and change the result.
Brent pushes through.
And that's 3 white lights. So that's a good lift.
New national record for Brent.
200.5 kilos.
Up on platform 2, we have Heather Ailes with 117.5 kilos for her third and final squat of the day.
Platform 1 is rolling into our second flight now.
Next on platform 1,
First out will be
Flight
James.
B will be James. On deck, James.
I'm gonna go for this one.
And in the
Just
hole,
James.
Nahir Nian.
bar is
Nahir
loaded for James.
Nahirniak, maybe?
Yeah, Nahir Niak. That's
And that's 2 to 1. Good lift on 2.
We have a good lift
good
on
lift for
2.
Heather.
Yep.
Teresa Oldenburger will
Heather
be
from
taking
PEI.
120
Not a.
kilos next.
They ran nationals last year there.
Karina, you're on deck. Sylvia in the hole.
Coming up on platform 2, we
No
have
more
Teresa
changes on
Oldenburger
2 for
with
flight B.
120 kilos for her third and final squat. James is getting us started over on platform 1.
James in 74 kilo, Master 3 division. A little, looked like maybe he lost the balance a little bit there. And fights through it though. Three white lights, good lift. Sometimes those first squats can be the hardest. You get a lot of nerves and
The nerves will make you make crazy mistakes that you've never
yeah,
made before.
exactly. You're
But he handled
overthinking
that
and
well.
there's a lot going on.
Bar
So-
is loaded for James Abraham.
And one thing about squatting is, you know, especially if you train alone, depth can be one of those things you're never really sure about, and even if you train with other people, you know, your first squat, you're never sure what the judges are exactly looking for, right?
Yeah.
There's always a little bit of different viewpoint, and so you come up for that first squat, and it can be, you know, you can be a bit ball of nerves. A little bit too much there on 2
That's
for
a good
Teresa.
lift.
But we have a good lift on
Up next
there.
on platform 1, Brian. On deck, Mark. And in the hole, Brett.
Karina Fahey will be taking platform.
Bar is loaded for Brian.
Brian Bowers coming out for 162.5
bar is loaded
kilos.
for Karina.
Over on platform 2, we have Karina coming out for her third
Sylvia
and final
Atkinson,
squat,
you're on deck.
122.5 kilos. Nice and smooth there for Brian.
Yeah, just like an opener should look there.
Good opener for Brian.
Belly feels pretty
Next
good
on
about that
platform
one.
1, Mark. On deck, Brett. And in the hold net.
That's
Okay,
a
pretty
good fight
smooth
right
third
there.
attempt there for Karina.
And that's
Yeah.
3 white lights for
Good
Karina.
lift
Good
there.
lift.
Bar is
Mark
loaded for
coming
Mark
out on
on 1.
platform 1 for his opener of
And with Sylvia
165 kilos.
Atkinson coming up again,
Over
you
on
know
platform
that
2, we
is
have
another
another massive
national
Canadian
record
national record.
attempt.
180.5
180.5
kilos.
kilos.
Like a solid squat there for Mark.
Sylvia
nice and smooth.
Atkinson, the bar is loaded on 2. It is yours.
Up next on platform 1 will be Brett.
Sylvia coming out for 180.5.
Bar is loaded for Brett.
She is
Basically
her
400
attempt
pounds.
7 kilos
Such
onto
a big
her
squat.
own
She's a 60,
national
under
record,
69
people.
M2
Let's give her
lifter.
some support.
We have Brett over on
Here we
platform
go,
1,
Sylvia.
opening up with 170 kilos.
It's over 2.5 times body weight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And like no doubt on that depth there either.
Yeah, she's saying that's so deep.
Gets the back of it, and it is
Yeah,
3
3 white
white
lights.
for
No
Sylvia.
denying that.
New
Good lift on 1 for Brett.
record.
A good lift for
Great
Brett
squat
on
day
1.
there for Sylvia.
Up next will be Glenn on deck, Paul, and in the hole,
And that
Sterling.
concludes our
Moving
first
on
flight
to
on
flight
platform
B. For
2.
platform 2, we have Lee
We'll be going to
Sydney.
flight B now with
Senator
Sydney.
Baratney. I think I'm just going
Bar
to
is
call
loaded
her
for
Sydney.
Glenn.
On deck, Laura Logan.
We have Glenn on platform 1 with 175 kilos for his opening squat.
And the bar is loaded, Sydney.
Comes another one of the very experienced lifters here in Canada. He's been lifting for a number of years. Made that opening squat look
Great
perfect.
opener for
Yeah, 3
Glenn.
white lights, no issues there.
Up next on platform 1 will be Paul, on deck Sterling, and in the hole, Ron.
We have Paul coming out on
Bar is
platform
loaded
1
for
for
Paul on
180
1.
kilos for his squat opener. Nice and smooth
That's
for
a nice
Sydney.
deep lift on 2, 3
Yeah,
white
that's a good
lights.
lift, 3 white lights.
Perfect opening attempt.
Laura Logan will be taking 102.5 kilos next.
What's your general rule of thumb for squat openers, Ryan? How do you choose them for your athletes and yourself?
I think it's probably different between the two.
Fair. At least you're honest.
Yeah, I think generally, I don't think I have a rule of thumb.
3
It's,
lights for Paul.
the opening attempt should be something that you can very comfortably do any day of the week.
Up next on platform 1 will
You know,
be
the old rule of
Sterling,
thumb that goes
on deck
around is
Ron,
something you can do for a
and in the
triple
hole, Harry.
Yeah.
any day of the week. But so I guess that's you know, not a hard and fast number, but yeah, it's definitely something that you shouldn't have to think too much about.
Bar is loaded for
Now I
Sterling
primarily lift
on 1.
equipped, which throws a bit of a monkey wrench into that, and so there's a balancing act of getting depth and not. But for raw, you can kind of open as light as you really want, and then you can make the jumps you need. But you know, I like to definitely err on the lighter side just to be safe.
For sure.
There's a lot of variables in a meet day, you know, especially coming to something like a nationals where you've traveled potentially, you know, all the way from PEI. You know, it's a long trip. You're multiple time zone changes, and you know, you're not sleeping in your own bed, you're not eating your own food, and yeah, it can definitely be
Platform 1 will be Ron, on deck
can definitely take its toll on someone, right? And it depends how many days ago you got here, how your flight how your travel was.
Bars loaded for
So
run.
Definitely can shake a lot of things up.
So even
that's
though
for
you might
sure.
have a plan, you might come in and end up changing it as you're warming up too, right? Something feels a little bit heavier than it should, and you know, it's better to start light.
And that's 3 white lights
5
on
kilos off your
platform
opener,
2.
you can make up pretty easily on 2 attempts.
But you gotta get an opener
But you
in.
gotta get it, yeah,
or
exactly.
a lift in, yeah.
Yeah, so
Angela Thomas, opening attempt.
you know, it's my old coach Jeff Butt always said it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So
He is correct. Ron Kilpatrick makes easy work of his opener of 225.
very smooth
Easy
attempt. Yep.
second attempt, and that's 3 white lights.
Angela Thompson.
And over on platform 2, we have Angela
Up next
Thompson
on
coming out for
platform
her
1
squat
will be
opener of
Harold.
105
On deck will
kilos.
be James Napiernia, and in the hole, James
Ron also has
Abraham.
represented Canada
And it's
multiple
got here
times
on deck
internationally.
on 2 and
He
Brett
lifted
Hunter
2 days ago
in the hole.
equipped. So
Bar is
probably
loaded for
feeling some
Harold
fatigue
on
Probably
today.
feeling a little bit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And the ordering of that can really matter too. Lifting equipped before classic is going to be a lot tougher.
Angela, and it is 3 white lights.
You know, lifting classic first is exhausting, no doubt, but the equipment puts a lot more pressure and a lot more load on the body, and you can definitely feel like he got run over by a bit of a truck after. So to come out and lift a day or 2 later is it's quite the feat, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
props to all the lifters doing that.
Yeah.
We have Harold over on platform 1 taking his squat opener of 242.5 kilos. We have Candace over on platform 2 with 112.5 kilos.
See Harold taking time to get the bar set right on his back.
So Ryan, Harold has the racks in. What could be the reason for this?
Well, Harold, like many of us, may have poor shoulder mobility or previous shoulder injuries.
James Napiernia.
Could be an elbow issue that just makes it hard for him to get his hands all the way inside the racks. So we do give lifters the option to have the racks go in, which gives you the option to put the hands outside of the racks, and then makes it easier to get under the bar. I used to be a racks out lifter. Eventually, my shoulders got too tight, and I probably got too lazy and didn't keep my mobility up, and I became a racks in lifter. So
I'm a one-side rack inner because
that's
I
even worse.
can't walk out straight. Yeah.
As a spotter loader, that's
I know.
that's
Everyone
terrible.
hates it.
I mean, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
We have a lifter in our gym that does it as well, because same way, right? He'll clip the rack when he walks out if he's 2 racks out. So at one point I was a one-side rack in, but I would set up with one hand outside of the rack and one hand inside of the rack.
What?
Yeah, it was like I needed my hands right where the racks out would be.
Yeah.
So I needed like a little
Yeah,
more space,
just
but
that
I didn't
space.
want racks in because then my hands would be where the racks would still be.
Oh, the worst.
So I had
Ryan.
to. It was extra. So
We have James coming out for his second on platform 1. He's jumped 10 kilos to 170. We have Teresa opening up at 125 on platform 2.
The bar is loaded, Teresa.
I'm gonna look at you differently now with your
it
one rack
didn't
in.
last very long. The problem with that, the problem to me with the one rack in is that the bar is unlevel,
Yeah,
and that can make it really tough to kind of feel right on the rack.
for
so.
sure.
On platform 2, we have Rochelle McDonald on deck and Donna Bodnar in the hole.
Maybe a little bit of blood on the bar here.
What's the proper protocol for cleaning up biohazardous materials, right?
And that's a nice
We use
clean opener from
a solution
Teresa,
of 10%
3 white
bleach,
lights, good lift.
and then we'll spray that and scrub the bar, and then we'll apply a little bit of chalk
Bar
and
is loaded for
just
Brian
to
on
kind of
1.
dry it out, and then scrub the bar again, so no one's getting any bleach on their clothes, hopefully, and
Yeah.
kind of sanitize it, make sure it's safe for everybody to continue. And it's kind of odd to see blood on a squat, but sometimes you get a scratch in your back from the bar knurling, and it can scratch your back and cause a little bit of
And Rochelle, the bar
We
is
have Rochelle
loaded.
over on platform 2 coming out for 127.5 kilos for her opening squat.
Donna Bodnar, they're on deck.
Up next on platform 1 will be Mark. On deck, Brett.
Mark
and in the
Magnuson
hole,
coming
Glenn.
out for his second attempt here at 175. Some loose plates there on
Bar is
platform
loaded for
1.
Mark.
I think the blood might have thrown off
And
the
that's a
loaders,
good
and
opener right there.
they got
3
distracted
white lights
loading
on
and
2.
trying to clean, and
Donna Bodnar
luckily
is up
nothing
next.
nothing
Nothing.
terrible
Yeah.
happened there, and
And
everything was
it
safe.
is
But
in, the Yuba is on deck, and Catherine, you're in the hole.
We do use tight collars to hold the plates on, but that only works if you don't forget.
Yeah, clip it and tighten it all
Yeah.
the way.
Donna Bodnar.
We have
The
Donna
bar is
coming
loaded.
out for 130 kilograms for her opening squat on platform 2.
Mark coming up with that second attempt at 175.
Yeah,
That's
nice
pretty
and
solid.
smooth. Yeah, 3 white
Three
lights.
white lights. Up next on platform 1, Brett. On deck, Glenn. And in the hole, Paul.
Donna seems to be a fan of the black and pink colorways. Shoes matching singlet, matching t-shirts.
And Matt, yeah, that's the pink black.
So she gets the replace command.
She got a replace command. I think the refs didn't like her knees. Thought her knees were a bit soft, so she still has time.
What are some of the reasons you could get a replace command, Ryan?
The most common is going to be that soft knees or being a little bit too much pitched forward. So it looks like she corrected that now, and
That gets the start command.
you have 1 minute the time the bar is called loaded to get that start command. So
Unfortunately, no lift there for Donna, 2 to
Bars
1.
loaded
It
for
looks
Brett
like
on 1.
just a little bit high, so I'm sure she'll correct that for her second.
probably got a little distracted and a little flustered with that replace command. So
We have Brett Light over on platform 1. He's jumped 10 kilos to 180 kilograms for his second attempt. And platform 2, we have Luba coming out for 135 kilos for her opening squat.
Luba, the bar is loaded.
Nice and smooth from Brett.
great second attempt there.
Yeah, 3 white lights.
Up next on platform 1 will be Glenn. On deck, Paul. And in the hole, Sterling.
Platform 2 on deck will be Catherine Lawrence. And in the hole, Maria Graham.
Bar is loaded for Glenn.
A little bit of work there for Luba, but she comes up with it.
Good to me, let's see.
Ref say it's a
3
good
white
lift, 3 white
lights
lights.
for Luba's opener. Good lift.
Again, sometimes the first squat can go a little bit tougher than we expect just because the nerves get to you.
Yeah, you can slow down your descent a little bit if you're a little scared, you're a little nervous, I guess, more than
Catherine
scared
Lawrence, the
necessarily.
bar is
We'll see
loaded
how she
on
handles her
2.
second.
Yeah.
But we have Glenn over on platform
Maria,
1,
you're in the hole.
190
On
kilos
deck,
for his
and
second,
Sherry,
and
you're in the
Catherine
hole.
coming out on platform 2 for her opener of 140 kilos.
Glenn fights through that pretty well.
Some work there, but 15 kilo
Good
jump
lift for
would be.
Glenn.
Two white lights there for his effort.
Up next on platform 1 will be Paul. On deck, Sterling. And in the hole, Ron.
Very smooth opener there for Catherine. 3
And that's
white
a
lights.
good lift.
Bar is loaded for Paul on 1.
Next up on 2 will be Maria. On deck, Sherry. And in the hole, Cindy. Maria, the bar is loaded.
Paul with 190 kilos on platform 1. 10 kilo jump off his opening attempt.
And we have Maria on platform 2, opening up with 155 kilos. Nice and easy there for Maria.
A little more work for Paul, but still looks solid.
Looks like a really solid
Three white
second,
lights, yeah.
Good lift for Paul on 1.
Yeah, looked like he still had more in the tank there for his
Up
third attempt.
next
So
will be Sterling. On deck,
place to
Ron.
be.
And in the hole, Harold.
Sherry.
We have
The
Sherry
bar is
coming out on
loaded.
platform 2 for her opener of 160 kilos. We have Sterling over on platform 1 coming out for
Bar is
220
loaded for
kilos.
Sterling on 1.
Sherry will be our last of the opening attempts on platform 2, and then we'll move into seconds. And we're just about rounding out the second attempts on platform 1 here. So 3 more attempts in the seconds.
Looks like Sherry also has that famous Team Canada t-shirt hiding under her
Yep,
singlet.
indeed. Good fight there for Sterling, I think. Oh, that's three white lights there.
Sherry? Yeah, 3 white lights.
Up next on platform 1, we have Ron, who will be attempting another national record.
So we got a couple of missed openers on platform 2, but I'm sure they'll come out here on their seconds and clean everything up a little bit.
Unfortunately, nothing on strength, just a few technicalities that we can clean up. platform 1, we have Ron Kilpatrick
Sydney, the
for
bar is loaded.
a national record attempt of
Bar is loaded for Ron and his
235.5
national
kilos
record attempt.
on his
Let's make
second.
some noise.
Sydney coming out for her second of 105 kilograms.
Ron's opener moved really well, so I think this should be a nice solid jump here at 10.5 kilos.
Yeah, should be comfortable for him. But again, he's got to be tired after lifting equipped before Classic.
I'm sure,
but
yep.
He's seasoned. He knows what he's doing. Sydney pushes through. Yeah, some work there for Ron.
A little bit of work for sure. Looks like maybe got a little
Ron.
off balance there halfway up, but he fights through it and gets 3-way lights there. New national record. 265 kilos now for Harold on platform 1.
Harold on deck will be
We
James
have Jocelyn with
O'Hare.
107.5 kilos on platform 2. What's the biggest squat jump you've ever made? Classic lifting, right?
Bar is loaded for Harold on 1.
That's a good question.
Have you ever had to make a silly jump, or you're pretty reasonable?
No, I
usually?
don't. I think maybe like 15, maybe 20 kilos.
Okay.
I don't like really big jumps. I don't train that way, so
Yeah, fair.
I'm more of a 10, 15 kilo jump kind of person.
Good lift there for Jocelyn on platform 2, 2-1. Looks like center referee called depth, perhaps.
Laura Logan, you're up next.
You, a big jump maker?
Not huge. I would say, yeah, usually like 15, 20 max.
Yeah.
And then a smaller jump from my
The
second
bar
to
is
my third.
loaded, Laura Logan.
But I tend to have pretty nervous behavior, so we open super light. Let me tell you, Ryan.
And that's the benefit. You can, right? There's no,
Good lift for Harold.
doesn't really matter what you open with. Good lift there for Harold at 265.
Just like Jeff Butt says, doesn't matter where you open, it matters where you finish.
Exactly. As long as you're comfortable making those jumps to get there, right? There's always the risk of missing a bit too much, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it can definitely be offset by just being more comfortable with that opening attempt being solid and easy. Laura there on 2 with a good attempt at 110 kilos.
We have James over on platform 1 with 170 kilos for his third and final squat. And we have Candace on platform 2 coming back up for 112.5 kilos, which she missed on her opener, but I'm sure we'll make the corrections and come back and get it here. How do you handle a missed squat opener, Ryan?
I repeat the weight.
You repeat the weight no matter what? Yeah.
I think no matter what, I don't think I've ever gone up on a second attempt if I miss the opener. So
Fair.
good lift there for James.
Yeah,
Following.
Candace gets her lift in 2-1 as well.
Good.
So
Good.
she
She's
is
on the board now.
Now she can start building that total.
Yeah. Yeah, there's very few situations where I'd want to go up on a second attempt if I miss an opener, and that's pretty much across the board. I mean, I know if you're trying to keep up with competition and stuff like that, but
Angela Thompson, bars loaded.
I think the risk and the number of times I've seen that backfire, it's
Yeah,
just
for sure.
now you're going out with a heavier weight, and you know you already missed something, and the nerves are just piling up, right? So.
Yeah, I've only ever done it once, and it definitely wasn't a comfortable feeling.
Yeah. So at times it's the right strategic call, but it's a tough call to make for sure.
A good lift on 1 and a good lift on 2.
Good lift.
Next out, Mark Magnuson coming out with 182.5 on platform 1.
We have Donna Bodner on platform 2. She missed 130 on her opener, but I'm sure she'll come back and get it here.
Yep,
I think it was just a bit of a depth issue after getting a re-rack command, so I'm sure she's just a little scrambled.
Yeah, I think she'll come out now. She'll get more comfortable. She knows what the refs are looking for as far as the knee lockout and stuff
And
like
the
that.
bar
So
is loaded on 2 for Donna Bonner.
Mark also competed earlier this week, I think, in the classic bench only as well. So
Oh, jeez. Nice and smooth third there. Unfortunately, it looks like not quite
so
deep
not
enough.
quite deep enough there.
Just a little bit high for a no lift.
Yeah, just on the line there.
One, Brian on deck, Brett, and in the
Let's
hole,
see if we can
Len.
get Donna on the board here.
Bar is loaded for Brian.
It's her squat command there. That looked a little better to
Yeah,
me.
it looked better. See if the referees agree.
Yeah,
three
white
white
lights.
Done.
That's
Got
good.
this
Yeah.
time. 3 white
You know,
lights.
you're kind of rushing after that re-rack command, and yeah, it's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah.
Having been there before.
Yeah.
Next on
She
two,
came
we
back
have
and handled it
Teresa.
Yeah,
great on her
perfectly.
second,
Yeah,
though.
And
yeah.
Rochelle.
Now she can start building her total up. Good lift for Brian there.
It's a
2
good
to 1
lift.
good lift.
Yep.
Up next
Good lift.
on one,
Starting to
Brett.
see people push
On
themselves a
deck,
little bit harder
Glenn.
on the third
And the
attempts.
whole
And
ball. Teresa Dimiturko.
And we have
Bar
Teresa
loaded
on
on
platform
2
2 coming out for 132.5 kilos for her second. And we have Brett on platform 1 for 185
Bar is loaded
kilos.
for Brett.
Teresa comes up quick with that. See what the referees say. 3 white lights, a
And
good
that's
lift.
3 white lights.
Brett handles that quite well as well. 3 white lights for
Good
him as well. So
work. And that's a good lift.
good lift for Brett, and three for 3 on squats for him.
132.5. The bar
Next
is
up on
loaded.
platform 2, we have Brenda Hunter coming out for 132.5 kilos for her second. We have Glenn on platform 1 coming out for his third and final squat of 192.5 kilos.
Just a 2.5 kilo jump here for Glenn.
Let's see if he can collect those extra kilos for his total.
Yep. Second one was a bit of a grind, so just opting for the minimum attempt increase here.
Getting himself hyped up there on the platform. Brenda brings it down, nice and smooth up. 2 to 1 a
2
good
to 1
lift.
good lift for Brenda.
No, not.
Unfortunately, not today.
Just a bit too heavy today for Brett.
No
For
lift
Glenn,
there,
sorry.
but good work from the spotting team, keeping everyone safe.
We have
Paul.
oh,
Next
sorry, go
on,
ahead.
Paul on deck.
Paul
Sterling
coming out
in
with
the
200
hole
kilos for his third attempt,
Bars
and
loaded.
Rochelle coming on for 137.5.
Yeah, 10 kilo jump there for Rochelle.
Luba, you're on
And 10
deck.
kilo
Catherine,
jump for
you're in the
Paul.
hole.
Bar is loaded for Paul on 1.
See, it looks like Rochelle's not lifting with a belt, Ryan. Do most lifters tend to squat with a belt? And what is the benefit of a belt?
Yeah, for squats for sure, most lifters, even for deadlifts, I'd say.
Yeah.
The belt can really help to build what's called inter-abdominal
2
pressure.
to 1 good lift on
So
2.
if you think about the build of your body, between the bottom of your ribs and the top of your pelvis is just a spine and a lot of gooey bits. So building something that sort of pressure there can help protect the spine, and really in
Successful 200
squats and deadlifts, what you're doing is
squat for
translating
Paul.
power from the floor through the bar. So if you can't translate that power through your core, then you're not going to lift the weight. So
Bar is loaded.
the belt helps to provide more support and allow you to push through and translate that power from your legs to the bar. So
Gotcha. We have Luba over on platform 2. She's opted for a 10 kilo jump to 145 kilos for her second. We have Sterling coming out for his third and final squat, also a 10 kilo jump to 230 kilograms. Yeah, Luba's second looking smoother than her opener there. Probably some nerves.
Sterling also coming up with a very solid looking third attempt.
That's 3
And
white
3
lights
for
for
him as well.
Sterling. Up next on platform 1 will be Ron attempting another national record, going for 238
Ron
kilos.
coming out with a 2.5 kilo jump now to 238 for another national record attempt.
And platform 2, we have Catherine coming out for a 10 kilo jump to her second for 150 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Ron.
Let's see if Ron can collect yet another national record for the week. Ron's second was a little bit of work, but not a huge jump, so we'll see if he can collect those.
It is 3 quick white.
I called the minimum attempt jump, but it wasn't really because he took the record chip as well.
Yeah. Just happened to work that way for him
Yep.
today.
Oh, it looks better in a second,
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
He kept his balance a lot better
Yeah.
there, I think.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
And three-way lights. Good lift for
Another
Ron there.
good squat from
New
Ron
national
and a
record for
new
Ron.
national record of 238
Looks like we're loading up a
kilos.
national record over on platform 2 as well for Maria Graham in the 84 M2 category. She's opted for an 11 kilo jump to 166 kilos.
Kilograms. Let's hear it, people.
Opener was quite easy,
Next
so.
on platform
And another
one
national
will be
record over on
Harold.
platform
He
1
will
for
be
Harold,
attempting a national record of
275.5 kilograms.
275.5
National
kilos.
records just dropping
Trading
everywhere.
national records, people here. Come on.
And
Yeah,
smooth work there for
so
Maria.
smooth for Maria.
And
Yeah.
three-way lights for deadlift.
New national record for Maria. Congrats.
Bar is loaded for
Let's see if
Harold.
Harold can bring one home too.
Next up, Sherry McKecker.
Harold in the Master 3 category, so he's between 50 and 59 years old here. Squatting north of 600 pounds.
Sherry.
We have Sherry coming out on platform 2 for 170 kilos for her second squat attempt. Sherry is an M2 84 plus lifter. Fights through.
And that's a good lift on 2 for Sherry.
Sherry's good lift on 2.
Oh, just 2-1 there for
Two
Harold.
reds.
Unfortunately, not
Called on
quite
depth
deep
there.
enough, yeah. It was such a good fight too.
Yeah, really
Wrap
fought
up our
through that.
squats on platform 1 and we'll
The
be
jury
taking
will
a 10
talk about that as well, I think,
before
and
we
we'll
begin our bench press.
be
they have
taking
to
a break now on platform 1.
Is
Still got one flight, third attempts on platform.
will be starting off for us. Bar is loaded.
We have Sydney coming out for her third of 110 kilos over on platform 2.
110 kilos.
Sydney is an M263 kilo lifter.
Good with her first 2 attempts at 95 and 105.
On deck, we will have
5 kilo jump here to 110.
Hopefully she handles that well. Collect a few extra kilos there for the total.
And she fights through well.
Nice and deep. Let's see.
Didn't look too much different.
Three
than the
white
first.
lights.
Yeah, I'd say.
Great lift. Good deck. Grateful. Next up, Joseline Keating, 112.5 kilograms. On deck, Laura Logan, and in the hole, Angela
We have
Thompson.
Joseline coming out for 112.5 kilos for her third and final squat attempt on the day.
Joseline Keating, the bar is loaded.
Also good on her first 2 at 102 and 107. Now another 5 kilo jump to 112.5. I think I said earlier that Master 3 was 50 to 59, but that's actually 60 to 69.
66, yeah, I thought so, but my
Yeah,
brain
sorry.
isn't really working today. Apparently
My
neither is
brain-
yours.
My brain wasn't either, so.
Next up, we'll have Laura Logan.
Bear with
M2 is, Master 2 is 50 to 59 years old.
With 122.5. And Candice Dar, 122.
Loading up the bar now for Laura Logan. She's coming out for her third squat of 115 kilograms. She is a 63 kilo M2 lifter.
And the bar is loaded for Laura Logan.
Laura lifter here from Saskatchewan.
I spent too much time in Saskatchewan. I don't know if I recognize the lifters from being in your basement or back home.
Yeah, that's fair. Good
Fights through
fight there, yeah.
Great depth, good patience.
Like a
third
good
attempt call.
third attempt,
Three
yeah.
white lights for
Great
Laura.
lift there.
Great lift.
Angela now coming out for 122.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump off of her second attempt.
Candice Donner on deck with the same weight and Donna
Competing in the
Butler
84
in the
kilo
hole.
Master 2 division, under 84 kilo
Angela
Master 2
Thompson,
division,
the bar is loaded.
out of BC.
I have such delicate wrists watching people squat without wrist wraps. I'm
I
like,
know.
it hurts for me or for you. Just pushing through
Oh,
that
she's
sticking
fighting through
pole.
nicely, yeah. Looks like it should be good to me.
Yeah, really good patience there.
3 white lights, good lift.
Next up, we have Candace. She's coming out for 122.5 kilos.
Next up, Candace Dunn,
10
taking
kilos up from her second.
122.5 kilos.
She's a 63 M2 lifter.
And the bar is loaded for Candace.
Candace had a bit of trouble on her opening attempt, but came back and hit it on her second. Now, a fairly big jump to 122.5, but maybe trying to make up a little bit of ground from missing that opener.
Yeah, hopefully she's built some confidence up, and this should move no problem.
Platform 1, flight A. You have 3 minutes remaining to change your bench openers.
Oh, she's fighting
She's
through it.
fighting.
But,
Oh, yeah, just a bit too much. I thought she had it again for a
yeah,
second.
she came back into a second gear and started coming again. So
Thank you for your help.
just a bit too much there.
Next up, we have Donna coming out for 137.5 kilos for her third squat.
In the hole.
Donna also had a bit of trouble there on her opener, but was successful on her second and hopefully here on her third.
This lift will move on into third attempt, or third place, prognosis-wise for the meet, but there's still a lot of lifting to do.
Ryan, who put us on live stream together, we're falling apart.
The bar is loaded for Donna Bodnar.
Well, I don't want to take any blame for this because I didn't do the volunteer schedule.
Fowler.
It's always Ryan Fowler. Just need a little bit of coffee on our break.
Yeah, no
We'll
kidding.
be back.
Maybe just take the whole pot up here. All right, Donna, let's go
Platform
here.
1, flight
Don
A.
also
You have
lifted out
2
of
minutes
Saskatchewan.
left to make any changes to your openers.
137.5 kilos, just over 300 pounds here for Donna.
Dips it in and stands it up.
Moves
We'll
it well enough.
The
Oh,
referee's
but 2 to
saying
1. She looks like she got
No lift on
depth call from the front and a blue from the side. And I'm guessing that blue might be those knees again that caused her a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, they
it
didn't
looks like
quite look locked out there at
Yeah.
the top.
one of those thing you train with, you never think about. Your knees aren't quite locked out, and you got to make sure you're really diligent on that. It can become a bad habit, and one it's really hard to break when you come to a competition.
Next up, we have Teresa with 140 kilograms for her third and final squat on the day. She is also an 84 plus M2 lifter.
Teresa, another Saskatchewan lifter here.
Nice and deep there. We'll see if she can fight through.
Well, she's fighting. Looks like she's done it.
Really good patience there.
Yeah,
Three
yeah,
white
yeah.
lights. Pays off.
Just worked through it and didn't try and rush.
Really great attempt selection.
Perfect third attempt weight there.
140 kilos, followed by Rochelle McDonald at 145.
Next up, we have Brenda Hunter with 140
Brenda
kilos on
Hunter,
the bar.
the bar is loaded.
She is in the under 84 M2 women's class.
Brenda out of Manitoba. Nice short drive for her, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Platform 1, flight A, there will be no more changes to your opening attempts.
Nice
Moves
and
well
smooth,
enough, yeah.
Let's see what the refs say.
Oh,
And
didn't like the
unfortunately,
depth.
not quite there on
Looked like her
Saskatchewan
hips might have
team.
shot back on her at the bottom and didn't quite get to depth there. So lots of strength there. I'm sure she'll come back and get that her next meet.
McDonald's up next. A move up minute on
145 for Rochelle McDonald,
in the hole.
lifting out of Saskatchewan.
Rochelle is in the 84 plus M2 women's division. Shout out again to our spotters and loaders, working hard, lifting more weights than anybody here this week.
And the bar is loaded, Rochelle McDonald.
And we were lucky enough to be able to bring in a spotting crew to run for the whole event. So these guys have been working hard all week, and we'll continue to work, for a few more days here. So
Yeah, kept everyone safe,
Yeah.
doing the best they can.
that's right. Good to have experienced guys on the platform. Gives everyone confidence, right?
Yeah. fights through that.
Yeah. Good strength there for sure. And 2 to 1. It's a good lift.
Great job there with Rochelle. Next up we have Luba, who's opted for another 10 kilo jump, 255 kilos for her third and final squat on the day. A little shaky on her opener. Second move much better, so hopefully the nerves are intact and this will go just as well as her second.
Yeah, for sure. They've moved well so far. So.
Yeah.
Luba, finish, the bar is loaded.
Coached there by Vicki Taylor-Hood. Can hear her from across the room.
Lifting out of Ontario for Luba. Vicki from Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Platform 1.
Sorry, I just punched my microphone.
Just less than a minute.
We are thriving up here.
First will be Stefan. Up next, Bernard.
I went to scratch my ear and I thought I had a headset on.
Yeah, Luba
Oh, good
fights
fight
through
through
that.
there for Luba.
Really great attempt selection there
Yeah.
by Vicki. 2 to 1, a
right
good
number,
lift for Luba.
2 to 1 white lights, that is a good
All
lift
it
for
takes.
Luba.
Next up we have Catherine Lawrence for 157.5 kilos.
Yeah. 3 lifters left here in our third attempts for this flight. Catherine coming out for 157.5 kilos. Successful with 140 and 150 on her first 2 attempts, and a 7.5 kilo jump now onto 7.5 kilo jump here for her third attempt, sorry. And it's good, strong third attempt. Stefan Latour starting our benches there for the platform 1. Good lift there for Catherine.
Next up, Maria, followed by Sherry.
Stefan gets 3 white lights and a good opening attempt. Maria coming out for 170 kilos. She had set the national record on her second attempt at 166 kilos and now upping it by 4 kilos here.
And this will be 170 kilos for Maria. The bar is loaded.
Maria's
And
currently
everyone, this is a national record
currently sitting
attempt.
first place in the under 84 M2 division here.
Bar is loaded for Bernard.
Bernard Vachon coming out on platform 1 with 72.5 kilos. Maria comes up strong with that one.
Kept it moving. Let's see what they say.
And 3 white lights, a new national record.
That is an improved national record.
Bernard on 1. Very solid looking attempt. Good opener there for Bernard.
Clean opener and 3 white lights for Bernard.
Sherry coming out on platform 2 is our last lifter on platform 2 for squats. 176 kilos for another national record attempt. Sherry out of Saskatchewan here. Charles Lay coming out on platform 1, 77.5 kilos for his opening bench attempt.
See if Sherry can finish the ladies off strong here with another national record.
All right, get ready to show, people.
Sherry fighting through it. Now look strong.
Picture perfect, yeah.
Yeah, 3 white lights, a good lift. And a good lift there on 1 for Charles, a good opening attempt. Next out we'll have Garvin with 80 kilos. We'll go to a 10-minute break on platform 2 as they change over to bench press.
We'll have a 10-minute break on 2. See you soon.
Garvin opting for a self-lift off there. Lifters can optionally get a handout with the bar. Some will prefer it, some won't, and kind of comes down to how you train. And
Do you take a lift off on bench, Ryan?
I've done both. In fact, I've done both in the same meet accidentally. When the handoff guy thought I waved him away and he didn't come out to lift off my second attempt, I just did it myself.
I guess I'll do it.
Yeah. I looked back and he wasn't there, and I was like, all right, well, guess I'll do this one.
We have a good lift there for Garvin on platform 1.
He laughed at it laughed about it when I talked to him about it later. But yeah, I'd kind of indicated that it's same as the last one sort of thing. Like the last one was good, and I think
like,
when I put the thumbs up, he thought I was good, and he went away, and it was fine.
I've definitely done that as the lift-off person, though. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they're fine.
Yeah.
Just disappear. Next up, we have Brian, also attempting 80 kilos for his opening bench press.
It's hard doing handoffs because every person has a little bit different needs and different. Some people will count down, some people say yep, some people will just sort of mentally telepathically try and tell you to lift it off. And
when they start pushing, you're supposed to know.
And then they'll come out after, and the second attempt, after you've handed off for 14 other people, and they'll be like, same thing as last one. All right, I'll try to remember.
Next up, we have David also opening with 80 kilos.
So far, so good on platform 1 for openings here. Everyone's in the board. I heard David there tell the handoff guy next attempt he'll get a lift off, but this one he'll do himself.
Not this one. I do recall his interesting bench setup from the other day.
He definitely tries to get back up on the traps and.
Yeah. Yeah, because he has such long arms too, so any advantage he can get there.
For sure, yeah. He wants to get those shoulders back and retract the shoulder blades as much as possible. Shorten that range of motion as much as he can.
Good lift there for David. Next up we have Pierre. We're jumping to 107.5 kilos for Pierre's opener.
Bar is loaded for Pierre.
What are the referees looking for in the bench press, Ryan?
Well, there's a lot of things actually.
Yeah.
Benches probably. And it's not the most technical. They're all technical, but they're mostly looking for the most common call I would say is if it's not beating your commands, which means like beating the press command, because in the bench there are 3 commands. So he's going to lift it off here, and then Pierre's going to hold it there. And once all the rest put their hands down, he'll get a start command, and then he's going to get a press command off his chest, and then a rack command here at lockout. So if besides beating one of those commands, which is not uncommon, right? Probably the most common would be downward motion on the press.
Yeah.
So once you press the bar up, the bar can't come back down. That's a no lift. You might get commonly a butt coming up. That's a common one as well, where the lifters are driving with their legs and the hips come up off the bench. So once you're set up on the bench, you can't lift your head, your butt, or your shoulders off the bench. And I think if your shoulders come off the bench, you've probably done something very wrong anyway. But
I'd be a little concerned.
But the butt coming up is not an uncommon one as well. Lifters trying to get that leg drive to drive through to the bar. People think bench is all an upper body lift, but you can definitely get a lot of kilos out of using your legs to kind of generate some force. So.
We had a successful opener there by Sandra at 110. Now Arthur's coming out for his attempt.
Also at 110.
At 110.
Lifters can choose to either have a lift off or not, so it's always a good idea to communicate with your spotters.
Arthur's an M4 105 lifter. So 70?
M4 would be 70 plus, yes.
70 plus,
yes.
Okay.
There is no M5, which would start at 80, but yeah, M4 is 70 and above, so.
You made it this far.
Yeah.
Good lift there for Arthur. Taking the bar now to 115 kilos for Brent Smith.
Brent had a good, successful squat, going 3 for 3, and the national record on his 3rd squat, so coming out now for 115 kilos for his opening attempt.
Hopefully he can keep the momentum going today.
Lifting in the under 83 kilo class, and coming out of Manitoba.
Through LA lights there. It's a good lift.
Very good opening attempt, and that finishes our opening attempts here on platform 1. Moving into second attempts now for bench press. So you can see those 3 lights, they correlate to those 3 individuals you actually see on the screen right now. So you can see the foreground, you can see his knee there, our center ref there. And then we have our left side judge there at the back and our right side judge at the back. And they're all kind of looking for different but similar things. Technically they're all looking for the same thing, but certain things are only visible from certain vantage points. So your head referee, your chief referee, isn't going to be able to see that butt come off the bench very easily, whereas the side referees are going to be much more in a position to see that happen.
That'd be an impressive butt lift in the center.
I mean, I'm not saying it hasn't happened,
yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
saying that, but it's definitely a little harder to see.
Not common, yeah.
Yeah.
We have Stefan. He's opted for a 5 kilo jump to 62.5 for his second.
See, he got a bit of a slow start command there. I think the refs were trying to assess his elbows.
Yeah, see if they were locked out all the way or not.
He gets 3 white lights though, so everyone must have thought he got into a good start position. So you have to finish with your arms straight, which means your elbows are locked out completely. So they're going to watch for that at the start and at the end. So if you don't, if they're not straight at the start, they won't give you a start command. And just like everything else, it's a majority rule. So if, so say one side referee thinks you're in a good position, they put their hand down, and then the chief referee thinks you're in a good position, he'll give you a start command. And then that other side referee would just give you an infraction card for that. But if 2 referees don't put their hands down, then you won't get a start command. You'll be told to replace that bar.
Next up, we have Bernard for 77.5 kilos for his second bench press.
Moved well enough there for Bernard.
2 to 1, a good lift.
It's a blue card from the side. Not quite sure what that call was for. So most of the cards can indicate a few different infractions, so it can be hard to decide. That could have been the referee might have thought his elbows weren't quite locked out at the end there.
It's also hard. We only have the head-on view from where we're sitting, so it can be difficult to pinpoint what exactly the referees are seeing from their vantage point.
Yeah, they definitely have a different view than we do. So.
Next up, we have Charles coming out for 80 kilos, a 2.5 kilo increase from his opener. But 2.5 kilos adds up quickly on bench press.
For sure, yeah. It's a big percentage when you're benching 80 kilos, right?
Yeah.
So.
You made pretty easy work of that though.
Yeah,
3-way
good
lifts.
Garvin coming out for 85 kilos. Everyone in our flight is on the board and good to go. So
love to see it.
Yeah.
Start making a bit more calculated risks and building those totals. I'm sure someone will be collecting some national records somewhere in these flights.
I'm sure.
That seems to be the theme of the week.
And this is a qualifying meet for these individuals. So these master lifters here are earning their spot to represent Canada internationally, whether that be at North American Championship or Worlds. So they'll be fighting head-to-head here to
very
see
good patience
who is
there from Garvin.
Who is the champion and who gets a chance to represent Canada. So
yeah, definitely a really important meet for these lifters. Not just the title of champion, but international opportunities.
This year's a little bit different for us. We had a bit of a schedule change for our national championships. So some of our athletes this year, some divisions this year aren't competing to get their world team spots or international team spots, but for master lifters here, it's their qualifier, so they need to be fighting through to the end to make sure they get the chance.
David here pushing
fighting through it.
Oh,
just a bit too much, yeah.
He'll have another chance at that on his third, though, so we'll see if he can come back, make a slight correction, and get that.
87.5 coming out now for Brian. Tuffold?
Just Brian, Ryan.
Well,
7.5 kilo increase from his opener, so we'll see how he handles that jump. Brian is an M3 83 kilo lifter.
After pronouncing people's names this week, I've been called very English, so.
Yeah, a lot of lifters here from Quebec, and you don't seem to handle their names too well. Not that I'm sure I do much better, but we're trying.
Well, being from Saskatchewan, I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of French names interacting with,
That's
and I don't put on a good accent. So
That's a nice clean opener for Lisa. 3 more left.
nice second there for Brian.
very strong second attempt for Brian.
3 white lights for Brian.
Small jump here for Sandra, up to 112.5 kilos.
Looks like we're getting started over on platform 2. We have Neil-Ann coming out for 47.5 kilos on her opener. And Sandro coming out on platform 1 for a 2.5 kilo increase to 112.5 kilos for his second attempt. Nice easy opener for Neil-Ann. 3 white lights.
Solid
Sandra
second
fights
attempt
through.
there, yeah, for Sandra.
Impressive 3 white lights for Sandro. Up next, Pierre.
Next up is Pierre with the same weight, 112.5 kilos on platform 1.
And we have Karina Faye on platform 2, loading the bar to 50 kilograms for her opening bench press.
Pierre lifting the under 105 kilo weight class. M4 division, Master 4 division.
Karina is a 76 Masters 2 lifter. Makes really easy work of that.
Both those look really good.
Yep.
Referees agree.
Yep. We got 6 white lights across the 2 platforms. Love to see that. Platform 2, we're staying at 50 kilograms, and Brenda's going to come out and take her opener there. And we are at 117.5 for Arthur on platform 1.
Bar is loaded for Art on 1.
7.5 kilo jump here for Arthur, up to 117 from a successful attempt of 110 to start. Arthur lifting from BC and Brenda coming out of Ontario. We do have athletes from, I believe, every province here representing their provinces this week.
Nice and easy there for Brenda. Arthur, nice and smooth. Yeah, good lift.
Good lifts for both of them. I don't know if we have any lifters from any of the territories, but
Yeah, I don't know, because I know we had one that would lift in Ontario
Yeah.
from a province or from a territory. But
yeah, it's hard because they have to register under the province, because the territories don't have federations or organizations, so they aren't able to register directly in their territories. So they end up lifting for a province, and so it's tough to maybe recognize them. But in the past, we've definitely had some lifters from up north.
platform 2, we have Teresa Kwan opening up at 55 kilos, and platform 1, we have Brent Smith with 120 kilos for his second attempt. Nice and smooth there for Teresa. 2 on a good lift for Teresa.
She got a yellow card there, and
Same on
so
platform
did
one.
so did Brent. Sorry.
These lights pop up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is my brain just not processing, or is it actually the same thing?
So what's a common card reason for the yellow card?
So the yellow card can entail a lot of different infractions. Most common, I would say, it would be the butt lifting up off the bench, or the head lifting up off the bench, or the feet not staying quite flat on the floor. But there are also other infractions that it could entail.
Good. You're passing.
Passing my quiz. We have Teresa also opening with 55 kilos on platform 2. Teresa Oldenburger, sorry. And we have Stefan on platform 1 with his third attempt at 65 kilos.
Smooth attempt there for Teresa.
Yeah, Stefan gets the start command now. I think they are waiting to make sure his elbows are locked down enough.
A little bit too much there for Stefan.
Nothing much left behind though. It's a 2.5 kilo increase.
Yeah.
And here we go. It looks like we're loading up a national record on platform 1 for Bernard. He's taking the bar to 81.5 kilograms for his third and final bench press attempt. And on platform 2, we have Alyssa Hull. She's opening up at 57.5 kilograms. She is a 52 kilo M2 lifter, so this is over her body weight for her opening bench press attempt.
Bar is loaded
Very,
for
very
Ron
impressive
for
bench,
a
yeah.
national
Yeah.
record.
49 kilos. Very lightweight lifter.
Yeah. I think it's easy to lose perspective sometimes.
Absolutely,
How
yeah.
massive these
Yeah,
lifts
for
are.
sure.
That's a good lift
Three
on
white
two
lifts,
for
she made it
Alyssa.
look so easy.
Yeah.
Next
I
up,
think,
Emily
yeah,
Mayo,
it's hard to, a lot of small lifters don't
100
quite get
pounds.
the same respect that the big lifters get from moving big weights, but you know,
Emily Mayo,
proportion-wise,
loaded.
small lifters are moving the same or
Just
more.
monumental
Yeah,
weights, yeah. Let's see.
seeing many times their body weight's being moved.
Bernard blocks out the national record. We'll see if the refs give it to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
3 white lights, a new national record.
Charles following that with 82.5 kilos.
And on platform 2, we have Emily Mayo opening up at 57.5 kilograms.
Bar is loaded for Charles.
Nice and easy.
Very easy opening attempt there.
And that's a
Just
good
got to be
lift on
happy with
two.
that.
Yep, 65 kilos next for Shauna Hammer on platform 2. Charles Lay out there with 82.5 kilos on platform 1. See our spotting team adjusting all the heights and loading all the weights. On bench we have safeties as well, help protect the lifters in case that were to happen. Good lift there for Charles.
Great grind, great attempt selection for Charles.
The lifters can opt to have their rack height where they'll take the bar off set, and then their safety heights as well set. So we have to make sure the rack is set up just right for them.
Bar is loaded for David.
Nice and easy opener there for Shauna. 3 white
Good lift
lights.
for Shauna.
On platform 1, we have the bar loaded back to 85 kilograms for David. He missed this on his second. Hopefully he'll come back and get it here on his third. And platform 2, we have Heather coming out for 65 kilos for her opening
Bar is
bench
loaded,
press.
Heather.
Heather, many time national or international competitor. Just still a little too much there for David
Yeah.
on platform 1. Still got his opening attempt, so he's still on in the competition. But
Next on platform 1, Garvin.
87.5 kilos next on platform 1 for Garvin.
Nice and smooth opener there for Heather. 3 white
Heather
lights.
gets on the board there with 65 kilos.
Platform 2, we're taking the bar to 75 kilograms for squat queen Sylvia Atkinson. See what she can do with her bench press today.
On platform 1, you have 3 lifters remaining to change your opening attempts.
Garvin waving off the handoff person. He'll opt to do his own handoff. Or
Did
he
he
was,
actually
or he was
wave
just
them?
asking
Yeah.
for a handoff. And
Or is he pulling a Ryan?
yeah, could be.
Just
Ooh,
a bit too much, yeah.
That's what third attempts are about, though. You're kind of pushing your limits, trying to see what you got.
And again, it was a 2.5 kilo increase,
Yeah.
so didn't lose much there.
On Dex Android in the hole here.
Very smooth opener there for Sylvia.
Yeah, so much room to go up there.
Bar is loaded for Brian.
We have Brian coming out on platform 1 for 90 kilos, a 2.5 increase from his second.
Platform 1, flight B.
And we're taking the bar to 47.5 for Lisa Smith on platform 2.
As we start our second attempts over there.
Yeah.
On deck, Milay, and in the hole, Corina. Lisa, bar is loaded.
You know, I think this is the most lifting I've watched all week. I'm not actually running to put fires out or
I was like, you
Yeah.
act like you've been busy this week,
It's,
Ryanston.
fighting there for Brian, but
Yeah,
just a bit too heavy,
unfortunately,
just too
just
heavy.
a touch too heavy. Yeah.
Again, he was good for his first 2, so he's good for 87.5 kilos and just a 2.5 kilo jump there, but just a bit too much today.
Nothing much lost.
Lisa Smith comes with good with 47.5 kilos.
Yep, 3 white lights there. We have Sandra D'Angelo coming out on platform 1 Another 2 kilo increase to 115 kilograms for his third and final bench press on the day. We have Neil Ann coming out for a 2.5 kilo increase to her second, going to 50 kilograms.
And the bar is loaded for Elaine.
Sandro fights through his sticking point,
Yeah,
locks
no,
it
that's a
out.
good fight.
Picture perfect attempt call
Yep.
there, 3 white lights.
Great lift in there for Sandro. He's currently 6 for 6. He hasn't missed a lift yet today, going into deadlift. So
It's a great position to be in. Building confidence, building your total.
absolutely, yeah. Currently sitting in first place with the 83 Master 3 division
That's
as well.
3 white lights on 2.
Good lift on platform 2 for Neil Ann. On platform 1, we have Pierre coming out for a 5 kilo increase to 117.5 for his third and final bench press. And platform 2, we have Karina for 55 kilograms for her second bench press attempt.
Oh, he's fighting through it.
Oh, just a touch too
just
heavy.
a bit too much. Yeah, it was almost there.
Yeah.
Lifters often have a sticking point just, 2 to 3 inches off their chest, and they can fight through that. That's all it takes, and they'll lock it out. But
It's a matter of centimeters too. If you get it
Yeah.
past there, it'll fly the rest of the way.
absolutely, yeah. So
Nice and smooth there from Karina. 3 white lights.
very solid lift there by Karina.
We have Arthur Tim attempting 120 kilos for his third and final bench press.
Arthur's our second last lifter here on platform 1 and flight 1, flight A.
The bar is loaded.
And over on platform 2, we have Brenda Burjaw attempting 55 kilograms for her second. Oh, Arthur fighting. So much
That's
patience
the way I like
there,
it.
yeah.
Excellent attempt lift on that one, I think.
Yeah, not another kilo, I don't think
Yeah.
would have been there.
Next on platform 1, Brent, followed by
Brent Smith coming out for 122.5 on platform 1.
Bar is loaded
Brenda
for
with
Brent.
55 on platform 2. Just fight through that sticking point there and
Yeah,
looked
smooth.
good to me. 3 white lights, a good
3
lift.
white lights on 2. Good lift.
We're taking the bar now on platform 2 to 60 kilograms for Teresa Kwan for her second attempt. Teresa is an under 57 kilo lifter, so this is now officially over body weight for her.
Brent, our last lifter in flight A on platform 1, 122.5 kilos. Perfect attempt there.
Yeah, really smooth press there.
Referees agree. 3 white lights, excellent lifting. Move right into flight B on platform 1 with Glenn Chater.
We'll start off with Glenn on deck.
Nice and smooth there for Teresa. 3 white
Very
lights.
solid lift.
Glenn will be opening up with 87.5 kilos for his first bench press attempt. And platform 2, we're going to 60 kilos for
Staying
Teresa
at 60
Oldenburger.
kilos, yeah.
Staying at. I thought so, but brain has been lying to me today.
Glenn coming all the way from Newfoundland here.
Bit of a trek there. Hopefully traveled well.
Yeah, I see that there was a bit of an issue for a lot of lifters coming in this week with some flight cancellations or delays, and
Yeah.
caught a few people up, but I think everyone was able to make it in time to compete. So
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of anybody not making it,
yeah,
thankfully.
I'll knock on the table here because we're still only halfway through the week, but so far so good. Everyone's been here, I think. So
Abraham, and in the hole, Brett.
Teresa with 60 kilos there for her second attempt. Very
We've-
patient descent. Oh,
Not
just a
just
bit
stuck
too
at
much
that
there, yeah.
Unfortunately, not quite there on
She'll have
2.
another attempt at that. On platform 1, we have James, though, coming out for 90 kilos for his opening bench press attempt. And we're taking the bar on platform 2 to 62.5 kilograms for Alyssa Hall.
Shauna Hammond, 67.5.
Alyssa's an under 52
Alyssa
kilo
Hall,
lifter,
bars
so this
loaded.
is 10 kilos over her body weight, more than.
And that's a good lift there for James. Next up is James with 105 kilos.
That's another one of those times I was like, is my brain just not working, or is this happening? And we have Teresa following Teresa on platform 2.
Yeah, it's like being named Ryan. There's a whole lot of us
Yeah.
around, you know.
There are way too many of you.
Literally my brother-in-law.
Yeah. I know I'll be talking to your wife and I'm calling you Stin. I'm like, you're literally a Stin too. Oh, but your wife's Stin, not
That's
Ryan
Yeah.
Stin.
lights on 2. Good lift.
And a smooth opening attempt there for James. Next up
Next
we have Brett, following with the same weight, 105 kilos.
And we have Emily Mayo over on platform 2, attempting 62.5 kilos for her second bench press attempt. Slow and steady there for Emily. Looked like a good lift. Yeah, 3 white lights.
For Emily Mayo, 3 white lights. Rounding out our second attempts on 2 will be Shauna Hammer, Heather Isles, and Sylvia Atkinson.
Brett with a very fast opening attempt there at 105 kilos.
Really great opener there.
Yeah.
We've
Lots of room to build off that.
Definitely a big jump, I would assume. We have Shauna Hammer coming up for 67.5 kilos for her second attempt on platform 2. And Ron Kilpatrick coming out for 110 kilos for his bench opener.
Ron earlier set national records in the squat in both his first and second attempt. Or sorry, second and third attempt.
My brain just was like, yeah, okay. That happened.
Now opening with 110 kilos here.
Nice and smooth there for Shauna.
Good for Ron as well.
A little bit of work there, but
Yeah, 3 white lights there.
again, he competed 2 days ago. I'm sure he's tired. I'm tired for him.
Yeah, I mean, he squat 2 national records earlier too, so
Yeah,
he's been using
putting
some
his
energy.
body to work
Yeah.
for sure. We have Heather Isles coming out for 70 kilos on platform 2.
Mark Magnuson on platform 1 with 117.5 kilos.
Slow and steady there for Heather.
I think Heather may have had hip surgery last year even.
Oh,
I should
impressive.
touch base with her, but I
Yeah.
remember she was having issues and was looking at having surgery. So
And here she is competing
Here
at
she
3 Lift
is, yeah,
Nationals a year
back at it,
later.
yeah.
Crazy. Nice lift there for Mark.
3 white lights for Mark.
good start there for Mark. Same weight there next for Brian on platform 1.
And we have Sylvia Atkinson coming out for a 5 kilo increase to 80 kilos for her second bench press attempt.
Brian previously went 3 for 3 on squats. Finished
Such
with
a speedy
182.5
opener there.
and a beautiful
Holy.
bench opener, yeah. 3 white lights for that. Sylvia with a beautiful second attempt as well. Ooh, but gets 2 reds. Guessing from the sides, I'm guessing we're seeing a butt call there, but
Yeah, we can't tell from our angle,
yeah,
unfortunately.
can't quite
but
see that.
sure, they will figure it out and make the necessary adjustments, though.
Sure, she's competed at the highest levels and she knows what she's doing, so.
So in that position, Ryan, what would you do? Would you go up? Would you stay the same? Does it matter
mean,
where you are in the runnings?
It definitely matters where you are in the runnings. I don't think Sylvia's currently sitting in first, and you know, I think in her scenario, she's not. I don't think she's defending too hard on her lead, so she might choose to go up a little bit to if she had a certain goal in mind per
Yeah,
se.
for sure.
But you know, it's not a matter of playing defense for her really. She can play offense here because she's in a pretty commanding lead. So
3 white lights for Paul.
yeah, I think in that position she'll probably repeat, but
Yeah.
that's what I would normally do unless you really need to make sure you're making kilos up there. And she does. She puts 80 kilos in for her third attempt, so she will just be repeating.
Next up on 2, bars loaded for Harold.
Platform 1, we have Harold coming out for his bench press opener of 152.5 kilos. And Neil Ann coming out on platform 2 for her third bench press of 52.5 kilos. Neil Ann expressing herself with some fun socks there on the platform.
Oh, just a bit too much there on her third attempt, but successful at 50 kilos before, so she's still got a good bench on the board.
Yeah. Nice and smooth.
Harold with a very strong opening attempt at 152.5. Next up will be Sterling on 1 with 160 kilos.
And Karina on 2 with 57.5 kilos.
Just getting into our third attempts on platform 2. And then we'll move to flight B on platform 2.
In the hole is Teresa Oldenburg, taking 60 kilos.
Karina previously hit 55 on her second attempt. 2.5 kilo jump here for a third. Sterling making quick work of 160 kilos on his opener.
3 lights for Sterling. Up next on 1, Glenn. On deck 2.
Karina fighting through, but just
Yeah, it's a bit too heavy today. So
really good fight there, though.
Yep, and successful earlier with 55. So Brenda coming out with for 57.5 as well. Similarly, she also was successful at 55 before this.
We'll see if she can collect the extra 2.5 here. We have Glenn over on platform 1 coming out for 92.5 kilos for his second bench press attempt. Brenda fights through.
Yeah. Good lifts. Look good on both of them. There we go. 3 weight lights on both platforms.
Pushes out our first good lift for third attempts on platform 2. Good job.
We have Teresa Oldenburg coming out on platform 2. She's reattempting 60 kilograms, which she missed on her second. Hopefully she can rally and come back and collect those kilos for her third.
James coming out on platform 1 with 97.5 kilos. First of our Jameses.
First of our Teresas.
That's right.
It's the biggest.
It doesn't help that they follow each other, you know. It doesn't help they follow each other.
It's just confusing our brains.
Mahirniak on 1. Oldenburger on 2.
Fighting through that sticking point.
Wow, what a good fight on 1 for James there. And 3 weight lights, a good lift.
Up next on 1, James Abraham. On deck Ron. And in the hole.
Yeah, just a touch too much.
A bit too much for Teresa, yeah. Unfortunate, but she still successful with her first attempt at 55 kilos, so she's still in the game.
We have our next James and our next Teresa.
Yeah.
We have James Abraham coming out for 112.5 kilograms for his second bench on platform 1. And we have Teresa Kwan coming out for 62.5 for her third bench press attempt on platform 2.
Flight B, there's 3 lifters left to change your opening attempts. Flight B, 3 lifters left on platform 2.
Nice and
smooth attempt there for James Abraham.
He handled that jump really well.
3 weights for James.
Good lift.
Definitely set himself up for a good third attempt, I think.
Brett, and in the hole mark. Bar is loaded for Ron.
Teresa fighting through.
Yep.
She's fighting.
Yeah, she's struggling, but
just a touch
bit too much.
She was successful at 60 kilograms on her second, though, so not a bad day there.
Now we're coming up for a national record attempt here for Lisa Hall on platform 2.
64 kilograms.
Ron Kilpatrick on 1 with 112.5 kilos. Small jump from his opener. His opener was a bit of work, so just playing it safe and making the minimum jump here.
And everyone, this is a national record attempt. 64 kilos on the bar.
It's a good attempt there for Ron.
Yeah.
Looked the same or easier than his opener, I'd say.
I was going to say probably a touch easier.
Yeah.
Sure, his coach is back there saying some favorable things to him, knowing his coach.
Yep.
Elisa fighting through, locks it
beautiful.
out.
Let's see what they say.
Yeah.
3 white lights, great attempt, new national record. 112 kilos on one now for Brett Light.
And we're going to 65 kilos on platform 2 for Emily Mayo.
Brett with a 7.5 kilo jump here to his second. His opener, I think, was, as I recall, was quite easy.
Yes. Smoke show over there.
And second's a bit more work, but still moved very well. And 3 white lights. He seemed a little surprised at that, actually.
Platform 1, we're going to 125 kilos for Mark Magnuson for his second bench press attempt.
Emily's fighting through.
She is fighting hard.
Oh,
Just a touch.
touch too heavy today. Again, she got to that sticking point and couldn't work through it, but not for lack of effort, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Next up would be Shauna Hammer on platform 2, and Mark Magnuson out there on platform 1 with 125 kilos.
Shauna's opted for a 2.5 kilo increase to her third, going to 70 kilograms.
Both lifters out there right now, coming from Saskatchewan.
Mark fighting through.
Very good attempt.
3 white lights for Mark.
Yeah.
Next on one, Brian on deck ball. And the whole Harold.
Shauna with 70 kilos.
Bar is voted for Brian on one.
Again, Shauna, a 57 kilo lifter, so
Huge bench press.
easing in on 1.5 times body weight here.
Unfortunately,
Just
no.
a bit too heavy today, but she was successful at 67.5 earlier, so still a good day of benching.
We have Brian Bowers on platform 1 attempting 130 kilos for his second bench press. And we're taking platform 2's bar to 72.5 kilos for head press.
Smooth attempt there for Brian on the second there. 2 white lights. Paul Hoffman coming up with 155 on platform 1. Heather out there right now on platform 2 with 72.5 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Paul on one.
Oh, just a bit too much there for Heather. Already got 70 kilos, so minimum jump there, but just a bit too heavy today.
Platform 2, we have Sylvia Atkinson coming out to reattempt 80 kilograms. She had it on strength, but I believe the butt lift may have been
Yeah, a bit of a
the
technical
culprit
call,
there.
yeah.
Just a
Slider
technical
heels
issue.
maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll make the correction though.
Paul making 155, moved very well.
Yeah, very smooth there.
Oh, we got 2 red lights though, so maybe a foot or a butt move, maybe a head. No, I don't see head up. Oh yeah, his butt. You can see his butt just hover there a little bit. Yeah. And the refs are going to catch that. That's what they're watching for. So
He'll be able to reattempt that for his third though.
for sure, yeah.
Strength is definitely there.
Sylvia with 80 kilos again.
Pushing
Again,
it up, no
very
problem.
easy strength-wise.
Let's see, yeah, there
And
you
3
go.
white lights fixed the issue, and she got her that time. So good attempt there for Sylvia, and we're moving into flight B on platform 2. Starting with Candace, 55 kilos.
And we have Harold over on platform 1 with 162.5 kilos for his second. 10 kilo increase from his opener.
Candace Carr at 55 kilos, followed by Brenda Hunter and Angela Thompson. Bar is loaded, Candace Carr.
Good strength-wise there for Harold. And 2 to 1, so it's a good lift.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if his head came off.
Yeah, I think that's what the, my guess of what the, yeah, it looks like maybe just hovered a bit. See if the jury makes any changes on that.
Difficult to see where the side referees are sitting.
For sure,
so.
absolutely, yeah. Good lift over there for Candace. Brenda Hunter, and by over there I mean platform 2. It's
way
furthest
over
away.
there.
It's furthest away from me, so that's what my brain said. Brenda Hunter for 57.5 on platform 2 now.
We have a national record loaded on platform 1 for Sterling.
Second attempt, 166 kilos.
Hopefully he'll make easy work of this and bump the record up even more on his third.
I don't see any movement from the juries on platform 1, so I don't think anything's changing with Harold's last attempt. And strong effort there by Sterling.
Yeah,
And
three-way
three-way
lights.
lights, so watch for him to come back out and put that even higher next time, or next attempt.
Brenda makes really quick
That
work
was
of
a very,
57.5.
very fast opening attempt. 60 kilos now for Angela on platform 2.
And we have 95 kilos for Glenn's final bench press attempt on the day.
Starting our last round of benches on platform 1. Our platforms are a little misbalanced, so we'll be finishing on platform 1 a little bit earlier than platform 2. $60 kilos for Angela, moving well.
Yeah, nice and smooth. 3 white lights. It's a good lift for Angela.
Glenn fights through that well.
Yeah, really good attempt selection there.
Yeah, that was a good lift for Glenn.
We have Laura Logan opening up with 60 kilograms on platform 2.
James Nahirniak coming out for 100 kilos on platform 1. 2.5 kilo jump here from the second attempt to 97.5. Laura Logan with 60 kilos on platform 2.
Yeah, James took a big jump on his first. Smaller jump here. Hopefully he handles that okay.
You always got to use each attempt to try and. I always think about it as you're trying to find out what that max is, right? So the first attempt, your first attempt gives you a bit of information. Your second attempt gives you more information. Hopefully you can really kind of key in on what that third attempt's supposed to be. Oh man, he fought through that, but just couldn't get to that second gear and push it through that sticking point.
So close though.
But he held it at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, he just held it right there, but just couldn't shift it up. But he was already successful with 97.5 kilos, so.
We have Maria Graham coming up on platform 2 for 65 kilograms.
James Abraham on 1 with 115 kilos now.
I believe Maria collected a squat national record.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Twice on her second and third.
Oh,
attempts.
yes.
Yeah.
Easy opener there for Maria.
James fighting through his third attempt there.
Yeah, really great attempt selection there for James.
And 3-way lights.
We also have Donna opening up with 65 kilos on platform 2.
Same weight on 1 for Ron Kilpatrick now. Ron's opted for 2.5 kilo jumps on all his attempts.
It'll be interesting to see how his third moved because his first was a bit rough. Second somehow looked better, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if this one's even better maybe.
It's always hard to tell with Ron.
Donna had a little bit of trouble in the squats and was only successful with her second attempt, so probably looking to make up a little bit of ground here on bench now.
Oh, such a smooth opener there.
Very strong opening attempt, yeah.
That's a good lift.
3 white lights for Donna. The bars staying at 65 kilos for Teresa.
Ron pushing through
Oh, he's
115.
fighting.
Oh, just a touch too heavy.
I thought for a second he was going to push through that.
Yeah, it was creeping up, but
Yeah.
inertia got him eventually.
Nice attempt there by Ron, though.
Next up, Sydney Moran.
Ron's still good with 112.5, so
Yeah,
not a big
didn't
loss.
lose much there. Platform 1, we have Brett Light coming out for 117.5 kilos. 5 kilo increase from his second.
Teresa with 65 on the right.
Nice and easy
On the right
there.
platform, which is,
You know,
that's what I mean.
platform right.
Platform right.
Please
Good
bear
lift
with us,
there.
we're trying.
67.5 kilos next for Sydney on platform 2.
Platform right.
I'm going to keep saying
Platform red
platform
and
right.
blue.
Yeah. And Brett with 117 right now. First attempt very easy, second attempt a little more work, but I think this should be a good jump here, 5 kilos.
Yeah, great attempt selection there.
Looked great.
Yeah, 3
Yeah, that was a good lift for Brett. He's very happy with that.
Good. take the bar to 127.5 kilos on platform 1 for Mark Magnuson. For his third and final bench press attempt, he took a pretty big jump from his first to his second and a smaller jump here. So
you see some varying grip widths, so where the lifters place their hands. Why do you think that's happening there, Brittany?
there could be so many reasons. Comfort could be one. Injuries could lead you to change your grip. Where you generate the most power, whether your pecs are stronger, your triceps are stronger. There are a bunch of different reasons you could change your grip position. Has your grip changed over the years, Ryan, or have you been pretty consistent with where you hold the bar?
Pretty consistent. Sometimes with injury, I've brought it in a little bit if my shoulder's a little angry.
Yeah.
But, overall it's been pretty consistently full width, so index fingers on the rings. So that's the widest. When you see no one's holding the bar, you can see those rings on that bar on the left side of your screen there. Those are the rings, the markings on the bar, and that's the maximum width you can go. So index finger covering those rings is as wide as you can go with your hands. That's pretty well what I've been for most of my lifting career, but at times I've been as narrow as maybe pinky fingers on that. So,
okay.
But I'll definitely train narrower just to put a little more focus on the triceps.
Yeah.
But no, it's been more of a pretty consistent. How about you? Have you been? A lot of lifters start with a closer grip because it can feel stronger and more stable.
Yeah, when I first started, my arms were straight up and down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing with my grip width right now, so we'll see where I end up.
Yeah, and it definitely changes throughout your career for a lot of people too, right?
Yeah.
It could be a thing as you develop your pec muscles that you find you get a little wider over time.
Yeah, I moved a bit wider, and it took about a year for my pecs to catch up, and now I'm going even wider because my elbow's mad at me, so we'll see where we land.
Yep.
We have Paul Hoffman coming out on platform 1. He's reattempting 155 kilos. He missed it on his second. Hopefully he can rally and get those kilos here for his third. And we have Jocelyn on platform 2 with 72.5 kilos for her opening bench press attempt.
Paul just misses on his second with a technicality, so strength was there.
Yeah, strength is still there. He locks it out. We'll see what the refs say.
Good attempt there on platform 2 for Jocelyn.
Unfortunately, no good. Still there on 1.
Looks like he got called on
Next, on platform 1, we have
maybe soft elbows from the head referee and maybe a butt call on the right from the right referee as well. So
Platform 2, we have Luba Minich coming out for 75 kilos for her opening bench press attempt. We have another national record on platform 1 for Sterling, to 168.5 kilograms for his third and final attempt.
Sterling, 168.5.
Yeah.
Just a 2.5 kilo jump here off the second.
Second was a bit of work. I mean,
It was,
a national
yeah.
record
National record
probably
for
should
sure.
be.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see if he can collect these kilos and bump the record a bit more. He's fighting.
Oh, just a bit too much, but already got the national record there on the second attempt at 166. So
Nothing to hang your head about there. Bit of work there for Luba on her opener. But her squat was the same, so we'll see.
yeah, for sure. You get the nerves no matter what lift it is, right? That first one, you want to get on the board, so you're overthinking a little bit. And so, still on the board now?
Overthink it? Yes, we do.
Yes, exactly. So, 170 kilos now for Harold. Finishing out our Flight B benches on platform 1.
And we have Sherry coming out for her bench press opener at 80 kilos on platform 2.
And then platform 1 will go into a 10-minute break before they begin their deadlifts. Sherry makes short work at 80 kilos there.
So fast.
That's 3 white lights.
Starting our second attempts now on platform 2. 60 kilos for Candace.
Candace is a 63 kilo, under 63 kilo M2 lifter. So she's just about at a body weight bench press here. Really impressive. And Harold with just an absolutely massive bench over here.
170 kilos. 375 pounds.
He locks it out. We'll see what the refs say.
2 to 1, it's a good lift.
Again,
May have been a
head
call on that
hover.
head, yep. I see the jury chatting about a little bit here, so
We'll see if there's
Candace,
any
just a little bit too much weight on her there. 5 kilo jump might have been a bit too much.
She'll
But
get
she has another
another
attempt,
crack at it,
yeah.
yeah. We'll see what
Always
she can
another
do there.
chance. So.
We have a 2.5 kilo increase to 62.5 kilos for Laura Logan.
And the bar is loaded.
Laura is
for Laura
also
Logan.
an under 63 kilo lifter, so this is again about body weight. Really impressive second bench press attempts here. Bit of work, but smoothly pushes through that.
Yeah, looked like a good second attempt.
Yeah, I'd say she's probably good for another 2.5 for her third.
One of those things that can catch some lifters up is that the minimum increment in a competition without being a record is 2.5 kilos, and if you're benching somewhere around 55 to 60 kilos,
that's a really big percentage.
That's a big percentage, yeah. So you're being forced to make a big percentage jump, which can be tough to make that next 2.5 kilo jump. So very common to see those 2.5 kilo jumps here with this kind of weight load.
Now we have Brenda Hunter coming out for 62.5 kilos for her second attempt. A little bit bigger jump there, 5 kilos. We'll see how she handles that. Again, always best to be cautious for your opener and get on the board and then make some jumps.
Absolutely, yep. And made quick work of that. Waiting on the referee lights. There we go. There we go. 2 to 1. That's a good lift for her. 65 kilos now for Angela Thompson.
5 kilo increase from her opener.
Bar is loaded. On deck, Maria.
Angela is an under 84 M2 Masters 2 lifter.
You very commonly see a slightly larger jump from your first to second, and then a little smaller jump from second to third. It's like I said, trying to find that perfect number for your third attempt.
Yeah, something super confident for your opener. Make a bigger jump, get a more calculated bit of information, and then make a jump from there. Really good work there from Angela. 2 to 1.
Again, 2 to 1. Yellow card from the front. Not quite sure what the head referee is seeing there, but he's got his eyes on something.
Next up, we have Maria Graham. She's coming out for a 2.5 kilo increase to 67.5 for her second bench press attempt.
And nice smooth second attempt there for Maria. And she gets 3 white lights for the work. And
next up, we have Donna Bodner coming out for a 2.5 kilo increase to 67.5 kilograms for her second bench press attempt.
On deck, Teresa Turco for 70 kilo and Michelle McDonald for 72.5.
Donna's opener was quite smooth, so we'll see. Oh, it looks like another good attempt here.
Yeah.
Lots of strength on that second attempt.
Regaining some confidence
Yeah, exactly,
here after the squat.
Nice to come back and hit some good benches after some struggles in the squat. Next out will be 70 kilos for Teresa.
Bar is loaded, Teresa.
Just Teresa.
Dimiterka? Yeah. She's literally from Saskatchewan. I've watched her lift a number of times.
Yeah, I know you've seen her before, but my brain just saw the word and was like, absolutely
I
not
know.
going to try.
My brain didn't process
Which
all
is
those,
unfortunate because we
all
have
those
multiple
consonants together.
Teresas.
So I'm sorry, Teresa, for not getting your name right.
Really smooth.
Very good attempt, though. She's lifting better than I'm speaking, so.
That doesn't take much, Ryan. We're not thriving.
72.5 kilos now for Rochelle.
Rochelle is in the 84 plus
Bar is loaded, Rochelle.
Masters 2 women class.
5 kilo jump here from our opening attempt, up to 72.5.
Hopefully it goes well for her. Her opener looked really, really comfortable.
Platform 1, Flight A, you have 2 minutes remaining to make any changes to your opening deadlifts.
Being coached by Ryan Fowler there on the left-hand side, one of our co-meet directors.
Ryan Fowler, who thought it would be okay to put us both together on live stream for this session.
It's all his fault, folks. It's all his fault.
Send complaints directly to him.
3 white lights there.
When she caps on 3 white lights, that's what's important.
Next out we'll have Catherine with 75 kilos.
Next, Catherine and Sydney will both be attempting
5 kilo increase from her opener.
Joseline Keating at 77.5. The bar is loaded, Catherine Lawrence.
She went 3 for 3 on squats, and see if she can do the same here on bench.
Yeah, I was just gonna say she's having a great day so far.
Competing in the 84 plus division, M2. Currently sitting in 2nd place.
Lots of meat left to go.
For sure.
Really, really easy work there on 75
And that's 3
kilos.
white lights for Catherine. Good lift.
Sydney is also coming out for 75 kilos for her second. She's taking a bigger jump here, 7.5 kilos to her second.
Bar is loaded.
Sydney is a under 63 Masters 2 lifter. This is a massive bench press.
Very big bench, yeah. She made short work of her opening attempt, I believe, I recall.
Yeah, it was so fast. Very, very narrow grip bencher here. Oh yeah, absolute smoke show there.
Lots of strength there for sure.
And it's 3 white lights. Good lift.
That narrow grip technique really works for her.
Joseline Keating, Luba Minich, and
Sydney
Sharon
currently
McKecker.
holds the national record in the bench press at 72.5
Bar
kilos.
is
Oh,
loaded,
so that was just a
Joseline
national record.
Keating.
Yep.
Perfect. Not even chipping it, just taking
Right,
full
she's in the
jumps.
63 class?
She's in the 63 class, that's correct.
Yep, yep. She had it at 72.5 before that lift, so.
She's just making full increment jumps to
I mean,
take
that was
the
a
record.
really
so
confident lift,
it
so
was
yeah,
for
you
sure.
might as well.
I mean, easily see another 5 kilos there, I think, for her 3rd attempt.
Yeah, we have Jocelyn attempting 77.5 now here for her second.
Oh, just a little fight through the sticking point there, but I think she got it.
She stuck with it and locked it out.
Don't know if there was any downward. No, referees think it was all good, so 3 white lights.
That's all that matters.
77.5 kilos for Luba now.
Luba Minich, followed by Sharon McKecker. In the hole, Candace Dyer. Bar is loaded, Luba.
77.5 kilos, 2.5 kilo jump. Her opener was a fight for sure. It wasn't super smooth, so cautiously taking a small jump here, and maybe she'll correct something. Maybe it's little nerves on the first one. We'll see how this one moves.
Yeah, her squat was similar, so we'll see how this
Yeah,
moves.
exactly. So
Better safe.
For sure,
Extra
yeah.
kilos.
Oh yeah, much better.
Again, a beautiful second there.
Much better second attempt. So could just be a nerves thing on those opening attempts and overthinking it, and you know, that second attempt was great.
Do you ever take a bigger jump from second to third?
I
Have
Bar is loaded, Sharon. I don't know if I ever have. I've done it for some lifters before, you know, when you have that sort of situation where the first one moves a little funny and you're like, let's just be safe, right? And then the second one moves as you expect, so you kind of go back to that plan A situation, right?
Yeah, because Luba's second looked great. We'll see.
Yeah, I could see definitely making a bigger jump.
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't see why not.
But
Now, if you want to be
sometimes,
safe, you know, make that 80, that 2.5 kilo jump there.
Sherry with a 7.5 kilo increase, she handles that really well.
Very solid 7.5 kilo jump there.
3 white lights for Sharon. Good lift.
Next up, we have Candace coming back out for 60 kilograms. She was unsuccessful on her second, but we will hopefully rally and grab those kilos on her third.
Yep. Yeah, lots of things can happen, right? Bench is very technical, and you can definitely get a little out of position. It doesn't take much before it doesn't move.
Thank you. Yeah, it looks like Luba opted for that 5-kilo jump, so we'll see
Yeah.
how that goes.
I mean, the way that second one moved, I don't see any reason why not to.
Yeah, always interesting though, the game day handlers, how they make those decisions. And again, jockeying for position, you have to play safe sometimes.
For sure. And some athletes want to have some say in that. And Candace fighting here, oh, just a bit too much there.
Yeah.
But still successful, 55 kilos on her opening attempt, so nothing lost. Still in the game, sorry, I should say. She's not out of the game or anything. She just missed her second and third.
Starting off deadlifts, there we go. I was like, we're starting off deadlifts on platform 1. Stefan is coming out with 435 kilos for his opening deadlift. And we have Laura Logan taking 65 kilos for her third and final bench press on the day.
Stefan with a very smooth opening attempt there at 135.
Yeah, definitely how you want your deadlift opener to look.
And once you manage deadlifts, like, just play it safe, get that deadlift opener in there.
Yeah, he's locked in a total,
yeah,
so that's
exactly.
excellent.
Yeah.
Laura fighting for 65.
Just a bit too much.
Yeah. Brenda will come out and take a crack at 65 kilos now for her third and final. We'll see if that works. And we have Garvin Cole over on platform 1, opening at 147.5 kilos on deadlifts.
Brenda Hunter, bar is loaded.
Solid steady there.
Yep. Looked good. No belt there for Garvin.
Yeah.
See that sometimes on deadlifts. More commonly than I would say squats. But some people find the belt just makes it a little hard to get in good position with deadlifts. So.
Yeah, I couldn't deadlift with a belt for like the first year and a half, 2 years I lifted. I hated the way it felt.
Yeah, it can definitely inhibit, even just mentally, you're feeling a good position, right? So once you learn to use it, it can help for sure for some people, but yeah, it can be a tough one.
We have David opening up 150 kilos, nice and smooth on platform 1. We have Angela coming out for 67.5 kilos for her third and final bench press attempt.
Next on board, Art. On deck, Charles. And in the hole, Brian.
Bar's ready now for Arthur Tim, coming out for 165 kilos.
Angela fighting through. Oh, just
so close there.
Yeah, just a little bit too heavy. She almost fought through that fight, that sticking point, but.
Fought through that fighting point.
Yep, fought through that fighting point.
We have Maria Graham coming out for 70 kilo third and final bench press attempt here on platform 2.
Arthur opting for wrist straps on deadlifts. Brittany, have you ever used those?
I used them in a last-ditch effort at a contest after dropping a deadlift, but didn't serve me well. I didn't see much use in them, but some people like the mental aspect of it. Some people find them beneficial. Have you ever used them?
Again, for the same reason.
Last-ditch effort.
Missing grip on a second attempt or something, and
Yeah.
hoping. The extra compression on the wrist will help to hold that grip strength a little stronger. So.
Maria fights through a beautiful third attempt selection.
Perfect attempt selection there for Maria,
yeah. 3 white lights. Got to be happy with that. Got every kilo there on the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Charles opening up with 165. Nice smooth opener there.
3 white lights, good lift.
We have Donna Bonner coming out for 70 kilograms for her third and final bench press attempt. Hopefully she'll get this lift. Keep adding to that total, building up her confidence. And we have the bar on platform 1 at 180 kilos for Brian's deadlift opener.
Good attempt selection there for Donna, I think.
Really smooth.
Yeah. Good lift for Donna. 3 for 3 on bench after having a little bit of struggles in the squat. So nice to come back and go 3 for 3 there.
Definitely got to feel better walking away from bench now.
Brian opting for the double overhand hook grip. Your favorite grip there, Brittany?
The grip that I just cannot.
The stubby thumb club.
Yeah.
Up next on platform 1, we have Bernard.
Teresa coming out for 75 kilos.
And we have Bernard coming out for 182.5 kilos. Which may be a national record, I think. I just overheard, but I
Okay,
could.
I didn't catch that.
There are
He's
lots
getting
of
amped up for it though.
lots of sounds going on,
Teresa
but yeah.
just a hair too heavy on her on that attempt, but She was good on with 70 on her second, so.
Not much loss there, yeah. Catherine's going to load up 77.5 kilos for her third and final bench press attempt.
Which is a
And
national
Bernard
record attempt and
blocks
her
out
last
186.
But I don't think he got the down command.
Yeah.
So
Catherine Lawrence, the bar is loaded.
he did not get that down command, and he's not sure he missed it, but
Or
I think he was just so amped up.
just so amped, yeah. Unfortunately, that can happen.
It's too bad. It's too bad. It was
I'm sure
easy. He'll come out and get it in a second, but
easy correction.
can
there.
definitely happen when you get a little too fired up, and
The bar's going to stay at 100, or we're going to 185 for Pierre for his deadlift opener. Really smooth third there for Catherine, but unfortunately it was no lift.
Three
red lights. I'm not sure.
They're all yellow cards too. She must have beat a command, I'm guessing.
She must have. We can't hear it.
Yeah, we can't hear the commands from where we are, but that's the only thing I can imagine what it was, because otherwise it looked like a beautiful attempt. So.
Yeah, it looked great. We have Rochelle coming out for 77.5 kilos, also for her third and final bench press.
Pierre was successful with his opener at 185 there. Now coming up with Brent Smith on platform 1 with 200 kilos for his opener deadlift.
Rochelle is perfect on the day so far. Let's see if she can keep that up. Just a touch heavy.
Touch too heavy, yeah. So
that's okay. So far, a really good day.
Yeah, absolutely. Brent looks like solid on his opening attempt there. 3 white lights. We got 4 lifters left on platform 2 before we move into their 10-minute break before they go to deadlifts.
And we will be going to Joseline for 80 kilos for her third attempt.
Sandro finishing out the opening attempts on platform 1 with 222.5 kilo opening deadlift.
It's a big deadlift. He's an 83 kilo Masters 3 lifter.
Just about 3 times body weight here.
Yeah, really impressive. Sandro's been in the game a really long time.
Absolutely. Again, pulling with the hook grip.
Keeps making progress too. It's incredible to see. Jocelyn fighting.
Oh, just a touch too heavy there.
Sandro makes quick work of his opener.
Sandro pulls it like an opener should look, and should have been left much more in the tank there.
We have Sydney coming out for 80 kilograms to bump up the national record in the 63 kilo M2 class.
Big range on that attempt selection too, starting at 67 and ending at 80 kilos here. That's a wide range attempt selection for a fairly lightweight lifter.
Yeah, it's like she wanted to just get something she knew she
Absolutely,
had, and then take the bigger chance for her records.
And 75 moved very well.
It moved so well. I expect 80 to move as well.
Stefan with 145 on his second deadlift here.
Oh yeah.
80 moves almost as well. Almost as well.
It's another national record there for Sydney.
Well done, Sydney.
That's a good lift. 3 white lights and a new national record for Stefan.
Good lifts on both sides. I heard Stefan's lift there might have been a national record as well, I think.
Next on one, we have
Platform 2, we have 82.5 kilos for Luba, who jumped 2.5 from her first to her second and has opted for the 5 kilo increase to her third. We'll see how she handles that. And we have Garvin coming out on platform 1 for 157.5 kilos for his second deadlift attempt.
And Lua makes good work of 82.5, so
that
looked like a good call. I wonder if that was her goal weight anyway, and then that had to make that adjustment on that second attempt, and they went back to plan A anyway.
Garvin fights through that to secure the extra kilos. For the final bench press of the session.
Yep.
Day?
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
Day.
we have Sherry coming out for 90 kilos.
90 kilo bench here.
Your last attempt on flight B, so let's give some support.
We have David, who's opted for a 10 kilo increase to 160 kilos for his second.
So you'll note some lifters deadlifting are, it looks like a strong effort there for Sherry.
Yeah, really good lift there, Sherry. Great lift there for David, too.
Yeah, excellent lifts on both platforms. We'll move into a 10-minute break there on platform 2 before they start their deadlifts. Sorry, what I was saying was you'll notice some lifters opting for a narrow stance deadlift and some opting for a wide stance deadlift. Any Any thoughts on that, Brittany, or what would be the reason why one might choose one over the other?
I think it really
And
comes.
why is one cheating?
Yeah, I was gonna give a professional answer, Ryan. I think it comes down to leverages and what's more comfortable and what gives you the edge based on your body proportions. So some people choose to pull sumo. Right now we're seeing a conventional puller, a more narrow stance, which is how I pull and is not cheating.
Oh, I see. I see how
Yes,
you're doing
yes.
that there.
How about you, Ryan?
I often say that there are certain people that are really built to conventional deadlift. They have that perfect proportions. For everyone else, they're sumo.
Yeah.
Because you can find, by adjusting your stance width and stuff, you can kind of find a good optimal starting position. Where some people, someone like Sandro, you'll see here in a little while, he's got a very good build, and he can get his torso nice and upright without having to sink his hips too below. So he has very good advantage for a conventional deadlifter. So for him, he's built right for the conventional deadlift.
I have terrible proportions for every deadlift, but it seems to be doing all right.
You're doing just fine, I think. So
Really nice lift there for Arthur at 175
says the world record deadlifter.
kilos.
Yeah, so I think for lots of people, I think most people will start conventional and maybe
Yeah.
eventually transition to sumo, depending on if they can find a comfortable position. Sumo can be a lot harder on the hips,
For sure.
but it can also save the low back a little bit. So someone who has like some low back issues might choose to move to sumo, just to save that back a bit.
So we have Bernard attempting 187.5 kilos.
He pulled his opener really easily.
Yeah, he just got a
But
little too
a little too
excited
amped
and
up.
skipped the down command. Yeah, comfortable there.
There you go.
Waits for the
Yep,
command.
perfect, much better.
Perfect lift.
And 3 white lights, and I think that was a national record, I believe, there. So
Beautiful. We're going to take the bar to 190 kilos for Brian Tuffle for his second deadlift attempt.
Bar is loaded for Brian.
Brian lifting out of BC. He's attempting 190 kilos, 10 kilo jump off his opening attempt. Opener looked comfortable. Shouldn't see too much issues here. Lifting in the M3 83 kilo division. Choosing to use hook grip, so keep saying that, but that's when he's putting his hands double overhand there, and he's hooking his thumb under his fingers, so his thumbs are really taking the load here and holding that bar in his hands. So another good lift and very solid, strong second attempt there.
Brian also really built well for conventional deadlifts there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Long arms, the long legs, just beautiful lift there.
Yeah.
We're loading the bar to 197.5 kilos for Pierre for his second deadlift attempt.
Again, another lifter, Pierre here, who's chosen not to wear a belt. But you'll notice all lifters here have been required to wear a knee-high sock.
Why is that, Ryan?
It's just, when I started lifting, it wasn't actually required. That's how old I am.
Dang. Back in the day.
Yeah, actually, I think it may have been, but it was right before I started lifting where it came into play. So the knurling on the bar can really scratch up your shins, and that causes your shins to bleed, which causes blood to get on the bar, which causes more time for the bar to be cleaned constantly. So it was a rule trying both for like sanitary reasons and also just to like expedite the meat a little bit.
Yeah.
To protect the shins a little bit. I mean, it is just a cotton layer of protection, so the bar can still, the knurling can still get through if you're not careful, but it does definitely decrease the number of times we see blood getting on the bar. And so for those reasons, they implement that rule a few years ago, let's say.
A few many.
A few many years ago.
Here's Brent Smith with 210 kilos for his second. Nice and smooth there.
Very solid lift there. Sander coming out with 232.5. Our heaviest attempt here in the second round of deadlifts. Just over 500 pounds now, 512 pounds.
Sandro really excels in the deadlift, like we were saying, based on his proportions. He is a picture-perfect deadlifter. We'll see how he handles this. Again, opting for the hook grip. Gluttons for punishment there.
Mm-hmm.
Gets it moving.
Just fighting through it.
Yeah, really good patience there by Sandro.
Yeah. You can tell the experience there, not rushing that lockout.
Didn't panic at all, just slow and steady.
Yeah.
We'll be starting off with Stefan.
Stefan will be our third attempt deadlift.
155 kilos for his third. As a 59 kilo, under 59 kilo, I'm 3 lifter. Really impressive third deadlift here. Hopefully he can lock in those kilos.
As we move into the third round of deadlifts, you'll notice that our spotting team will be cleaning the barbell in between every lifter to make sure they have the best grip possible to make it a successful attempt. Bar is loaded for Stefan.
Platform 2, 1 minute to change openers.
Stefan coming to finish his day here. His last attempt on the platform, 155 kilos.
Do we have any battles going on here, Ryan, for
That's a very
our
big
masters
brain
coaches?
question.
I know there's so many weight classes going on.
There's
It's hard
so
to
many weight classes. Stefan is alone in the 59 kilo class.
Perfect. So he'll be national champion and
He'll
have
be,
earned
yeah.
his team spot.
That's right.
He chooses to go. Yeah, he's really happy with his day.
Absolutely.
8 for 9 on his day. Really great performance there.
Looks like we have a bit of a battle coming in the 83 kilo Master 3 division.
Nice.
We have 4 lifters in that division. And our Sandro and Brent, who are the 2 heaviest deadlifters in this round, are also battling back and forth here for winning. Currently, Sandro is sitting at a 542.5 kilo total, and Brent has put in 220 kilos for his third deadlift, a 10 kilo jump, which gives him a 543 kilo total, which would lead to him being in the lead before Sandro gets a chance to pull again at the end of the round. So definitely going to see some jockeying here at the end. Garvin decides to pass on that. Maybe a little bit of an injury there. Just maybe didn't want to push through and risk something there. So still a good day for Gavin. 290 total.
Next up we have David with 167.5 kilos. As an under 66 kilo lifter, this is a really, really big pull.
Definitely. And David's been very solid. He had some struggles in the bench, but went 3 for 3 in squats, and so far 2 for 3 in the deadlifts here. So if he can come out here and finish his day off strong.
Another great build for deadlifts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Long legs. Gets it moving. Yeah, beautiful lift there. 3-way lights.
3-way lights, good finish to the day for David, and good total, 362.5 kilo total.
We have Charles going for 175 kilos for his third and final pull.
Charles, one of the lifters in that 83 kilo class I mentioned earlier, currently sitting in 4th place. And this lift will actually bump him into 3rd. So he's trying to get on the podium here.
Yeah.
He's trying to bump Brian Tufeld off the podium. So he's opted for a 5 kilo jump here, which will match Brian's total at 407.5. And because Charles is the lighter lifter, he will actually take that position. Now Brian will come out in a few lifters here to try and take that back if this was to happen, but
So
see if Charles can make this lift.
Yeah, he has to make a calculated decision where he thinks he can pull to knock the competitor off the podium, but not overextend himself.
Right, you got it. This has to be 100% make lift here for him. So
yeah,
he's got it moving. He's got it moving.
Really,
Patience
really
through the lockout.
patient. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Beautiful
Very
attempt
patient
selection
attempt.
there.
And 3-way lights. So he's sitting in 3rd place right now.
That was the goal for that lift, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And Brian will be out next on that platform to try to take it back, though.
Great show of sportsmanship, thanking the spotting team and the referees.
Next out, though, we have Arthur Tim on platform 1, and we'll be starting deadlifts on platform 2 with Lisa Smith here shortly.
Arthur's going to be attempting 182.5 kilos for his third and final pull.
Arthur in the 105 M4 division, which we have 2 lifters in actually. Arthur is in second place, and this lift will keep him in there. So, not looking for the win, but you know, maybe this is a PR total. Looking to put up a good day.
Really good day there for Arthur.
He's that's successful. He's gone 8 for 9. Good on all his lifts except for his third squat. He just missed it, but yeah. Otherwise, eight lifts today for him. So
And Lisa
good day for
starting
Arthur.
us off over here with 97.5 kilos for her opening deadlift attempt.
And in a second here, we'll have Brian coming out. As I mentioned earlier, he is.
We have an attempt change. Maybe still Brian.
Good lift.
Yes.
Brian
Up next, Brendan Bergeron.
jumping to 195 kilos here, which is enough to put him 2.5 kilos in the lead to put him into third place. So this is the attempt. He needs to take that bronze medal position back because he is the heavier lifter. He needs to win outright over Charles. So he needs a 5 kilo jump here. Just what he needs, no more.
We have Brenda opening up with 107.5 over on platform 2.
No, I'm totally wrong with that. It should have been 192.5 is the weight he should have on the bar for the win. My mistake. But this weight will win no matter what. So,
That's a good lift.
so Brian pulling 195 here for the bronze medal position, and he moves it commandingly.
Really
so 2 white lights. Ooh, that's all. Looks like maybe a soft lockout, maybe a soft knee.
Yeah.
So good lift for Brian. That puts him back on the podium in third medal position.
We have Teresa Oldenburger coming out for 110 kilos on platform 2 for her deadlift opener. And we have Bernard coming out for a 200 kilo deadlift on platform 1, which is a national record.
I believe so, or total? I'm not sure. It was announced as national record on his opener, so this must be a continuation of that. So I'm not seeing any chips, so I'm not sure if it's a total or an individual lift.
Really easy opener.
Very amped up lifter though. Bernard getting hyped up, and
Hopefully not too hyped up to
Yep.
wait for the down
Yep,
command
that's-
this time though.
he was solid on his second with that. So
Yeah, I think lesson learned.
he's fighting it through.
Again,
Good
really
patience, yeah.
patient. 3 white
Lots of
lights.
strength there, yeah, good. Nice day for Bernard.
Really great way to round out the day there.
Yeah.
We have Shauna Hammer coming out for her deadlift opener at 122.5 kilos.
Someone here on deck with Brent and in the whole Sandro.
Shauna looking to lock in her total for the day, or her lock in a total for the day, not the total.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Sorry, Shauna, I didn't mean
Very-
to jinx you.
Very smooth opener, so
Yeah.
I think she should be good for some more.
We have Pierre coming out for 205
Pierre,
kilos.
Platform 1, the leader in the 105 kilo division, M4, and he will remain in the leading position here. So
Your
just finishing his
national
day, 205 kilos. Your national champion, Pierre.
We have Heather.
Belergian. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
you
with
tried
that.
it.
I'm gonna
So
try that.
proud of you.
I've had a little bit of coffee now. I'm feeling good.
Nice and smooth there for Pierre.
Heather Isles with a very patient opening attempt at 125.
Yeah, a little bit of work there, but
Ooh, she got
unfortunately.
2 reds though. I think they didn't quite think she had got the full lockout.
Yeah, I think she'll be able to repeat it and lock it
Yeah,
out.
maybe just a
though.
little bit forward. Needs to get those shoulders
Yeah,
back
just
a little
not
bit.
quite roll back.
Yeah.
Alyssa,
So sometimes you're a little too cautious on that opener, and you don't want to screw something up. You don't want to lose your balance, and you don't quite pull it enough. So
Alyssa Hall with the same opening attempt of 125 kilos. And we have Brent Smith on platform 1 with 220 kilos for his
and
third and
this
final pull.
pull here for Brent will put him in the gold medal position over Sandro. So
All right,
he's going
he
to pull
needs
10
to
kilos
make-
more here, and it'll put him at 543 kilo total, which is going to just beat Sandro.
Huge battle here going on.
Big battle. This is for the top of the podium here.
Karina. On deck, Elaine. In the hole.
Just a bit
Oh,
too
yeah.
much.
Just a hair too heavy.
Sandro.
Looked like maybe rotated off the floor a little bit and just got a little out of position. But he is your silver medal winner there, Brent Smith, in the 83 kilo M3 division.
We have Karina opening up also with 125 kilos over on platform 2. And Sandro, our national champion, coming out for 235 kilos for his third and final deadlift.
You got it.
And that's a good opener. 3 white lights.
So Sanders now coming out just to finish his day. He's already the national champion.
Nothing to prove there.
Yep, just looking to finish off. Little 2.5 kilo jump here, little chip.
We have Neil Ann opening with 125 kilos as well.
Very nice opening attempt there for
So
Neelan.
fast.
Sandro pulling it. He's going to get it through his knees. There he goes.
Ryan.
Great pull.
Beautiful.
Sandro's always been a great deadlifter, and he shows it there. 3 white lights, finishes his day beautifully. Your national champion in the 83 kilo M3 division.
We have Teresa Kwan coming out for 140 kilos for her deadlift opener on platform 2. And we have Glenn coming out for 177.5 kilos for his deadlift opener on platform 1.
In the hole, James Abraham.
Really huge deadlift opener here for Teresa.
140 kilos, yeah, big
As
deadlift.
an under 57 kilo lifter, yeah. Again, it's hard to, or easy to lose perspective of that.
Absolutely,
That's a
yeah.
good opener. Teresa Kwan, 3 white lights.
Yeah.
Emily Mayo and Sylvia Atkinson are both going to be taking
Emily
on
Mayo with 177.5 kilo deadlift. Talk about a huge deadlift here.
Yeah.
Glenn coming out for his opening attempt, 177.5.
Emily Mayo, bar is loaded.
Next quick work of that 177.5, and Emily with the same weight on the other platform.
2 white lights and a good opener. Up next on 1, James Nahirian. On deck, James
We're loading
Abraham.
up 182.5 on platform 1 for James for his opener.
For James.
Emily is currently your leader in the 76 kilo M2 division. Looks like she's gonna be okay. Looks like there's no one coming up behind to challenge too much, but there's a chance. There's a couple competitors in that division, and there's 4 of them in total, so it's possible we'll see some big moves to try and take the podium, or even some moves to try and stay on the podium or jump on the podium. So
Looks like Sylvia Atkinson currently holds the national deadlift record at 196 kilos.
which I think is also the world record, I think.
I think it
believe.
is, yeah.
So
So we'll see how 177.5 moves. We might see some unofficial world records here from Sylvia. Over on platform 1, we have James Abraham coming out for 190 kilos for his deadlift opener. Really smooth opener. Sylvia looks so happy with that. 3 white lights. She should look
always
happy
nice
with that.
to get that first deadlift in there, and you've made your total.
Mark Magnuson is going to be coming out for 202.5 kilos for his deadlift opener. Lisa Smith will be coming out on platform 2 for 107.5 kilos for her second deadlift. Starting us off on the second round over here.
Bar is loaded for Mark.
Nice and smooth there from Mark.
Mark's in a class there with a few other competitors in the 120 M3s. Looks like there's 3 of them in total. So there'll be maybe some jockeying for position, and 2 of them in total. So maybe we might see some jockeying for replacement. But he is going up against Harold, who's been pretty dominant all day with some weights. So Mark might need to make some big moves here if he's hoping to jump. But Mark's also I think he's competing again later this week on the bench as well, on the equipped bench. So
Smooth opener there from Brian Bowers at 205 kilos. Taking the bar on platform 2 to 117.5 kilos. 10 kilo jump for Brenda Burgell. We'll see how she handles that.
Brenda's one of the lifters in the 76 kilo M2 division. She's currently sitting in 3rd place in that division. So
we have Paul Hoffman opening up with 210 kilos on platform 1. Double his body weight here.
Paul's having a little conversation with the head ref there, and I'm not sure what that was
Yeah.
regarding, but
Sometimes you just have to say hi to your buddies.
Yeah, you know. You got a minute out there, so.
Spend it
Three-way lights
wisely.
there on both platforms, so good lifts.
3 white lights on 2. Good lift. Up next, Teresa Oldenburg.
Teresa coming out with the same weight, 117.5, and Brent on one with 210 kilos.
You're determined his name is Brent today.
There's a Brent somewhere, I swear. He's in the other plot. He's on the other
Or
flight.
you just
That's
keep
why.
calling Brent so many times
yes.
you're convinced it's a Brent.
No, Brent Smith in the other flight in the 83 kilo division. I've never claimed to be good with names.
A little bit of work there off the floor, but sumo sometimes can be.
Yeah. Yeah, it can definitely be a little sticky off the floor if you're not willing to hold that position.
Really smooth second there from Teresa. Some room to go up. 3 white lights.
Three
Good
white
lift.
lights, good lift.
Shauna coming out for 132.5, a 10 kilo jump here.
And Ron Kilpatrick coming out for 222.5 kilos to start off his deadlifts for the day.
Shauna's currently sitting in the second place in the 57 kilo class. She's currently sitting, this lift will put her 2.5 kilos behind the leader, who is Teresa Kwan. So she might be looking to make a big jump here to try and take another swing in the third attempts for trying to make it up on the top of the podium there. So
Smooth opener there for Ron.
and it looks like a good lift there for Shauna. Ooh,
just
just
a
caught her
little-
up there a little at the top there.
Little bobble.
Oh yeah, they got her on it. So.
We'll see if she chooses to go up or repeat the same
Yeah,
weight.
it's possible. It might be worth it to swing for the win anyway.
She has a total locked in, so that's really
Absolutely.
good. She
Yeah.
has room to play.
For sure.
We have 230 kilos on the bar on platform 1 for Sterling Neary, and 132.5 for Heather Ailes, who missed 125 on her second, so she's going to need this to register a total. She just needs to get her shoulders back a touch more
That's
at the
right.
top.
Struggles through that top position, but looked better to me.
Yeah.
Looks
Referees
like good
agree.
lift. Good lift on both platforms there. Sterling on platform 1 there is your current leader in the 105 kilo division in 3. Harold is now coming out in 242.5 kilos. And he's in the 120 division, and he is your current leader in that division as well.
We have Alyssa Hall on platform 2. 10 kilo jump to 135 kilos. 10 kilos is a pretty big jump for an under 52 lifter.
It is.
We'll see how well she handles that. Her opener looked great.
It's nearing 3 times body weight here on this deadlift for
So
for Alyssa.
impressive. Yeah, nice and smooth there for Alyssa.
Still makes good work on it.
Yeah.
And that is
3 white
good
lights. It's a good lift for Alyssa.
3 white lights. Up next, Elaine, followed by Karina and Teresa Kwan.
Harold pulls that with authority.
Yeah.
3 white lights and a good lift. And
Weight stays the same on platform 2, 135 kilos for Milan Mayu. We will see how she handles this 10 kilo jump. Hopefully nice and smooth. And we're going to 185 kilos on platform 1 for Glenn for his second deadlift attempt.
Bar is loaded for Glenn.
Nice and smooth, yeah, for Milan.
Glenn lifting in the 74 kilo
That's a good lift for
M3 division.
Elaine. Up
Currently your leader in that division.
Karina Fahey, followed by Teresa Kwan and Emily.
We're jumping to 137.5 on platform 2 for Karina Fahey.
Visit
12 kilo, 12 and a half kilo jump for her.
Inner strength products. Karina Fahey, bar is loaded. And last but not least, we'd like to thank Sask Lotteries.
Glenn at 185. He's fighting for it. He's fighting for it.
Yeah, a little sticking point
Yep.
there, but it was quite smooth.
Yeah. It's good. It's gonna be. It could be tight in the 74 here. He's got James here coming out next. He's also in 74. He's sitting in second place.
Slow
And
and
he's not
steady
far
there.
behind. So
Nice lift there for Karina. We'll see what the refs say. Yeah, 3 white lights.
That's 3 white lights on 2. Good lift. Bar is loaded.
so James here. With Glenn getting that second attempt, James will have a bit of work here to try and make his way into the top of the podium, but we'll see how the second attempt moves for him. 10 kilo jump.
And we have the current 57 leader, Teresa Kwan, coming out for 147.5 for her second deadlift attempt.
James moves well.
Another good
3 white lights there. Teresa sitting currently
Currently in second.
currently in second place.
This will
only on prognosis, so it's because Shauna made she didn't make her second, but because of her third attempt put in,
Okay,
that will
gotcha,
put her
gotcha.
in the lead if she was be successful. So
I was like, brain told me she's
yeah,
in the
no,
lead.
you're good. So if Teresa makes this, then she's back in the lead, though.
Yeah, there we go.
So.
A little bit of work there to lock it out, but nice and smooth otherwise.
Three white lights, there you go. James now with a good lift there in a second.
Really quick work of 205 there for James. Almost missed it.
James in the 93 kilo M3 division. There's a few of them in that class, and we'll keep an eye on that to see if we see some battles coming up. Looks like it's pretty tight because I'm seeing first place is at 517, and James is sitting at 500 kilos, so there's not a lot of space there between first and third. So
yeah, anything can happen with these deadlifts.
Absolutely. Mark Magnuson coming out and Amelie Mayo coming out.
215 kilos on platform 1 and 185 on platform 2.
Amelie is your current leader in the 76 kilo division, and Mark is sitting in second in the 120 kilo division.
Nice and smooth there from Mark. Emily locks it out as well. 3 white lights on both platforms. Great lifting there.
Next on 1 we have Brian. On deck, Paul, and in the hole.
Brian coming out on platform 1 with 217, and Sylvia coming out with 190.
So yeah, it looks like Sylvia might be pulling an unofficial world record for her third. As long as 190 moves as well as she hopes.
Looking at her past pulls, she pulled 196 in South Africa last October at the World Championship.
Good lift there for Brian.
That's 3 white lights. Next on 1.
Sylvia setting herself up.
Brian there is your current leader in the 93 kilo division.
Really smooth 190 there for Sylvia.
Beautiful, beautiful second attempt. Like, she's been looking very solid all day.
Yeah, really, really great lifting. We have Paul Hoffman coming out for 220 kilos, a 10 kilo increase from his opener.
Paul's in the 105 kilo division, sitting in third place right now.
And we have Lisa Smith. They are loading the bar to 115 kilos for her third and final deadlift today.
Paul could definitely be looking to try and bump his way into second here based on some numbers, so we'll see what comes down in the third attempts. Starting our third attempts on platform 2 with Lisa Smith, 115 kilos.
Yeah, she took a 10 kilo increase from her first to her second in the 7.5 here.
Brett Light on platform 1 is your silver medal. She's currently sitting in silver medal position in the 93 kilo class.
Hopefully keep building that total up. Lots of room still to go.
He's not too far behind the top of the podium, so you can definitely see some moves here from him.
A little slow again off the floor, but he gets it moving.
Yeah,
and
it looked pretty similar to his opener, really.
Yeah, really.
Lisa Smith with a little too much there. Still good with her second attempt at 107.5 kilos, but 115 is a bit too much on the day.
Ron Kilpatrick is going to be coming out on platform 1 for 230 kilos for his second deadlift. And Teresa Oldenburger on platform 2 with 122.5 for her third and final pull.
Ron Kilpatrick currently in second position in the 105 kilo class.
Is it close?
Just checking that. It is, so Paul Hoffman's not too far behind him. Paul Hoffman's third attempt will actually pull ahead of Ron, so Ron wants to make this.
Yeah, Ron makes it.
And that looks good. So Ron should
should
still be in the driver's seat there.
All right.
So
we'll see how that shakes out.
That's right. And now Sterling Neerling coming out will be currently your first place. And I think he's pretty darn solid there. I don't think anyone's going to be coming up from behind. So
yeah, he's had a rock solid day. A lot of really big, great lifts,
including a national record bench there in the second attempt.
Yeah.
So
Teresa gets her third moving. Nice and patient there and locks it out.
Yeah, perfect third attempt there, I'd say.
Yeah.
And that's a great final effort from Teresa.
Teresa there is your third bronze medal position in 69 kilo M2 class there. So
Sterling locks out 235. Nice and easy there.
Yeah. I think Sterling, I'm going to say it now, but Sterling's your national champion there in the 105 kilo M3 division. I mean, unless Ron makes some crazy swings, but
I mean, maybe worth a try just to stir things up. We have Harold coming out for 265 kilos for his second pull on platform 1. And Brenda Burjaw attempting the big 125 for her third and
Bar
final
is
pull.
loaded on 2.
Harold, your commanding leader in the 120 class, Harold is, so he's basically got that locked up, and
His opener was so strong too.
yeah,
He has lots of room to go up.
Yeah. Brenda sitting in third place in the 76 kilo class. This won't change her position, but she's had a good day. This will be her. I'm not gonna say anything yet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it now.
Say it now.
That should be a 9 for 9 day there for Brenda. Three-way lights, great day of lifting there for Brenda.
Really good pull there by Harold as well.
Harold moves that really well. Harold is going to be your 120 national champion there for sure. Glenn Chater coming out now. We're going to get tight here. It's going to be, he's sitting in first place in the 74 kilo class. He really wants to make these extra kilos. Not many extra kilos, 2.5.
Yeah,
but
just 2.5, but that can make or break sometimes.
It absolutely will. Following out right behind him is James Mihirinen, and he will be trying to come up and take that gold medal position. He's lighter, so he only has to tie he only has to tie Glenn. So Glenn wants to put every kilo on the bar he can to make sure that James has to pull as much as possible.
Heather Ailes third, 135, looking pretty similar to her second.
Yeah, it's struggling with the lockout. I wonder if I mentioned that hip earlier, and I wonder if that's what we're seeing there. So
2-1, a good lift though.
Yeah,
Collects
she is.
The extra 2.5
She is sitting in first place in the 57 kilo division, and I
love to see what Teresa puts on.
Yeah, Teresa sitting.
Next
Yep,
level,
Teresa sitting 10 kilos back right now.
I'm mixing up all my weight classes.
So her current attempt will need to go up a little bit from what it currently is in at to take that gold medal.
See, Glenn attempting 187.5 kilos for his third and final pull.
We're getting there. We go. Oh, looked like he got a little off balance on his left foot, and
A little bit of a hip shift there.
so we're gonna see. I'm guessing we're gonna see James here. James is going a 10 kilo jump here to try to take the gold medal away from Glenn. He's got an opportunity to pull second, and he can put exactly what he needs on the bar here. So James is going to be attempting to take the gold medal here.
And on platform 2, we have Alyssa Hall. She's going to come out and attempt 142.5 kilograms for her third and final pull.
And she is your national champion, regardless of what happens here. So
yeah.
A great day of lifting, national records on squat and bench. So great day of lifting for Alicia. James on 1 coming out to try and take this gold medal away from Glenn. His second was work, but see if he can dig for it. He's got it moving. I think it moved better than the second, yeah.
Yeah,
great pull there for James, and there you go. He is sitting on the top of the podium.
Alyssa also, oh no, 3.
Oh.
I missed the dip. I'm
I
assuming
did
there was
too.
a
There must have been, yeah, a little bit of a dip there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just struggled with the knees. Like, it's a tough call, but
Really
all 3
strong
refs
though.
thought it dipped down, and
Yeah.
it was close.
Still the national champion.
Yep, absolutely.
Frustrating, but it's
Yep.
a gym PR.
Yeah,
gym
yeah,
lift.
exactly.
Next up on platform 1, we're going to have James Abraham coming out for 215 kilos.
James is in the bronze medal position in 93 kilo class. This won't change his position, so.
Bar is loaded. Elaine Mayhew, 142.
Platform 2, we have Neeline coming out for 142.5 for her third and final pull.
Sitting in second in the 69 kilo class. James made that look really good.
Yeah, he did.
Neeline with 142.5. Silver medal in 69. This won't change her position.
Yeah, beautiful third attempt there.
Yeah, just when you're going against the world champion Sylvia Atkinson, I mean, taking silver isn't too bad.
No.
So
just build yourself a good day that you
Yeah,
can walk
exactly.
away and be happy
Yeah.
from.
Mark Magnuson sitting in silver in the 120 class, and this won't change it, but coming out to make a 222.5 kilo deadlift here to finish his day.
And
He's had a great day of lifting.
Over on platform 2, we have Shauna Hammer about to attempt 145 kilos for her third attempt. She missed 132.5 on her second.
Now on that the second attempt, she just had a bit of a balance issue at the top, I think. So it's a big jump, but it's a jump to try and put her into second place here. So
Yeah, you got to swing for it.
absolutely. So
Shauna's a fighter too. We'll see if she can rally and pull this off.
So this will move her ahead of Teresa Kwan. Heather Isles is currently sitting in the gold medal position.
Unfortunately, just not quite there today for Shauna.
Yeah. Big jump. You got to swing for it. You're here at the Nationals. You're trying to take those medals home, right? So.
Was she our equipped national champion this?
She was a national champion in the equipped division. Yep. So bronze medal in the classic division. Still.
Bringing
still
home
not
some
too
more
bad.
hardware.
Yep, exactly,
Yeah.
Yep.
We have
more
Brian
weight in the
Bowers
luggage.
now coming out for another 10-kilo jump to 227.5 for his third and final pull.
Brian is your first place in the 93-kilo division. And this won't change that. He's struggling with the lockout there, but three-way lights and he's good to go.
We have Karina Faye over on platform 2 with 150 kilos for her third and final pull.
We still have one lifter in the 93-kilo division, but I think that pull by Brian's going to put him too far in the lead for Brett to take it from him. So Karina just a little too heavy on that third attempt there. She's your silver medal in the 76-kilo division. It's a big jump there, but just a bit too much today.
Paul Hoffman coming out on platform 1 for 230 kilograms for his third and final pull. Try to collect some extra kilos on his total.
Paul currently in third place, and this pull will not change his position. He's fighting through the knees, but
really patient with
yeah,
him. It's still
did,
moving.
Yeah.
That's
a good effort.
grind.
Absolutely.
Let's see what the refs have to say about it.
You can see it on his face.
Yeah.
He fought through it. Good lift.
Lights.
Good lift for Paul.
That was so much patience on that lift.
Teresa now coming out to try to pull into the gold medal position to try and bump Heather Isles off the podium, or off top of the podium.
10-kilo jump for Teresa, 157.5 kilos.
You got it.
Absolutely massive pull.
She is the lighter lifter, so she has to tie Heather Isles here. So she's tying at 322.5 kilo total.
I think they'll take some patience off the floor.
Yeah. And on platform 1, we have Brett coming out. He is currently in second place in the 93-kilo class.
Teresa gets it moving. She's fighting that lockout, fighting it, just not quite there today.
So close. Great effort.
Such a good fight.
Such
Definitely worth the risk.
Yep, she's still your silver medalist. There was nothing lost there.
Here we go. Sylvia is loading up 196.5 kilos for her third and final pull.
Bit too much there on platform 1 for Brett as well.
I believe
he's
Sylvia,
also your silver medalist in the 93 kilo division.
I believe Sylvia is attempting an unofficial world record.
I would think
deadlift,
so.
perhaps?
I would think so. Let me just
for
see if
sure
I can pull
a Canadian
that up.
national
Definitely
record.
a Canadian national record, which I would assume would be the same as the world record.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can pull that data up here.
Don't want to provide you with false information, but also want to give Sylvia the credit that she deserves.
So let's give them some support here.
Bar is loaded for round on 1.
I hope one day they will teach me how to deadlift.
Ron Kilpatrick coming out for 237.5 kilos for his third and final pull. No.
Not there today for Rob.
Where are we? 196. Yeah, this is an unofficial
Yeah,
world record.
unofficial world record for Sylvia.
Sorry for that. Ron Kilpatrick, your silver medalist in the
So
105 division.
smooth for
What a
Sylvia.
strong lift there for Sylvia.
Unofficial world record, Canadian national
I think we'll see
record.
that world record go up a little later this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Definitely
sure she'll be
room
attending
there.
Worlds later this year, and she'll be definitely looking to add some more accolades to her resume.
Yeah, hopefully she's
She is
fighting.
here.
She's our current reigning champion.
Yeah, 69
World
kilo
champions.
world champion, national champion.
Bar is loaded for Sterling.
We
Sterling
have
coming out on 1.
national records on both platforms,
Yep.
it looks like.
Yeah, 250.5 for Sterling. He is your 105 kilo national champion.
And we have Emily Mayo attempting 198.5 kilos, a national record attempt in the 76 M2 division.
And she is, let me see, she's currently in first, and this is going to keep her in first.
Sterling has a bit of a fight for that sticking point, locks it out though, a new national record. Great day there for Sterling.
Great day for Sterling, yeah, absolutely.
Emily here trying to
Hit
attempt her
3
national.
records there, I think I heard. He got total record, the bench record, the deadlift record. He's got
What a
a
great
record full day there.
day.
So
Bringing home the
Emily,
certificate.
yeah, 198.5 for Emily.
Gets it moving.
Oh, great pull.
Yes, beautiful lift there for Emily.
Yeah, excellent lift.
New national record.
She is your 76 kilo national champion.
What a way to round out her day.
Yeah, we're moving right into flight B there on platform 2.
We'll be starting off with Laura Logan. She will be attempting 120 kilos for her deadlift opener.
And on platform 1, Harold Velou will finish out our session here on platform 1. He is your 120 national champion already. He's coming here to put an exclamation point on it. A 22.5 kilo jump here.
Massive jump, but he has lifted with so much assertiveness today.
He made a big jump on his, he made the same jump on his, from his first to his second, and now going second to his third, so.
See if he can polish this day off well.
Absolutely. Dominant performance in the 120 class by Harold today.
So dominant.
Bars loaded for Laura Logan.
Lifting out of Quebec. I'm sure those are all good words coming out of his. I don't understand the French, but.
Yeah. He gets it moving.
Oh, just a touch too heavy there. He got it off the floor, but just too much. And Laura Logan now on platform 2.
Makes really easy
Very
work of
easy
120.
opener. Very easy opener.
Just how you want that to look.
Congrats to all of our lifters on platform 1. We've concluded that session now, and we'll be focusing on platform 2.
And I will probably continue to say that we're focusing on platform 2 because my brain can't turn that off. We have Teresa coming out, also attempting 120 kilos for her deadlift opener.
Let me see what we got for some competition on this platform, on this flight. 84 plus division here for Teresa. We have, I believe we have 6 lifters. Teresa's currently sitting in 6th.
Nice and easy opener there.
Very strong attempt there for Lisa, or for Teresa. Not Lisa. I don't think it was Lisa even lifting. Oh, she's in another flight. What's wrong with my brain? Jocelyn Keating coming out now, lifting in the 84 division. We have a number of lifters in that division as well. Jocelyn currently sitting sitting in 4th place right now.
Coming out for 122.5 for her deadlift opener. Smooth.
Solid opening attempt there.
Yep. 3 highlights, a good lift. Next up, we'll have Candace coming out for 135 kilos for her deadlift opener.
Next, followed by Angela Thompson on deck, right behind her in the hole. Candace, bars loaded.
Candace is competing in our under 63 kilo M2 division. Looking to lock this lift in, secure a total for the day, and then add some kilos to that in the next couple of rounds. Nice and smooth opener there for Candace. 3 white lights, no issues there. We're going to take the bar now to 137.5 kilos for Angela Thompson. Angela Thompson is in our under 84 kilo M2 class.
Bar is loaded for Angela.
All of these lifters looking to get on the board, lock in a total. Very smooth there for Angela. Referees agree, 3 white lights.
Smooth opener for Angela. 3 white lights, good lift.
Next up we have Brenda Hunter. We'll be taking the bar to 145 kilograms for Brenda.
Bar is loaded, Brenda.
You'll see some of the lifters have a white powder on their thighs. This is either talc or BB powder. It helps the bar just to glide a little bit easier over your thighs. Some lifters opt not to use it, but generally speaking in the deadlift, most lifters will use it. Unfortunately, a bit of a balance issue there for Brenda. She locks it out, but it's no lift. In the easy correction there. No strength issues, so she'll come back and get on the board, secure her total. But next up we have Rochelle McDonald. She is attempting 145 kilos. Rochelle is in our 84 plus Masters 2 division. Nice and smooth opener there for Rochelle. It's a good lift, 3 white lights. We're going to take the bar to 150 kilos for Catherine Lawrence. Catherine also in our 84 plus Masters 2 division.
Will now be attempting 150 kilos for her opener, followed by Luma Minich. Bar is loaded for Catherine. Sydney Senavarati is going to be in the hole with 152.5.
Catherine makes really quick work of that 150. 3 white lights, it's a good lift there.
Catherine currently your silver medal position in the 84 plus division. Again, there's 6 of them in that division, so we're going to see some jockeying, I'm sure. Very tight.
Luba Minich also opening with 150 kilos. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Through that second, third position, we're going to see some jockeying back and forth for the podium there, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a battle for podium here. Love to see it.
Luba in third in the 84 plus division. Smooth opener.
Really smooth opener.
Probably her best opener of the day, I think. So
maybe the nerves have finally settled there.
Yep. So if we see, then her other ones are going to look even better if it goes the way the rest of her lifts have gone. So.
Yeah. Taking the bar to 152.5 kilos for Sydney. Sydney again in our under 63 kilo Masters 2 class. This is such a big deadlift for a 63 kilo lifter.
Sitting in the first place position right now.
Opting for the hook grip position.
Very smooth opening attempt there.
So fast.
3 white lights.
That's 3 white lights. Good lift.
We're going to bump the bar up now to 165 kilos for Donna Wagner, competing in our 84 plus division of the M2 category.
And Maria Graham.
Donna in that competitive 84 plus class, sitting in 4th currently, but definitely not out of the realm of possibility to try and make a jump to that podium. If things move nicely here.
Lifters have to make lifts.
Absolutely.
Bit of a rough start on squat, redeemed herself on bench. Hopefully the momentum carries into deadlift. She'll finish the day really strong here.
A little bit of work there, but smooth opener.
Yeah, very smooth. 3 white lights.
Good.
3 white lights. Good lift.
Sherry McEachern coming out for her first lift at 165 kilos. Currently the gold medal position in the 84 plus division.
Followed by Maria Graham with 175. In the hole, Laura Logan.
She had a very commanding squat with 176 kilo national record earlier.
Such a massive squat. Really impressive.
See if she can continue some of that momentum into deadlifts here. So far, she's been perfect on the day.
She needs to get this deadlift on the board to lock in her national record. Bring that home. Looks like she's done just that.
Yep, not a problem there. And that should probably secure that national total or national championship as well for her. She's got a pretty commanding lead.
Wrapping our openers for flight B.
Maria coming out now for 175. Currently leading the 84 kilo division.
Second attempts will be Laura Logan and Joseline Keating. Maria bar is
Also
loaded.
perfect on the day for her. National squat records in both her second and third squats. So
Hopefully she can lock those in with this first pull here.
that's right, yeah. I want to make sure that deadlift is, if you don't make a total overall, if you bomb out on another discipline, then you're your records don't count, so
Looks
you
like
want to
that's
make sure you're
not
safe.
the case for Marina, though. 3 white lights.
So she's locked that in, and she's the 84-kilo leader, and I think she's got that kind of locked up here.
Starting off second round deadlifts, we have Laura Logan. She'll be attempting 127.5 kilograms for her second attempt.
And the bar is loaded, Laura Logan.
Laura in the bronze medal position in the move this lift, but she's in the bronze medal position, but this lift will push her into the silver medal position. With lots of lifting left to go, but
She gets it moving.
that's good. So good second pull there for her.
There we go, a little off the floor, but like we said, sumo is.
Sumo does tend to have that little bit of slower start.
Another reason why I hate it. We have Jocelyn Keating coming out for 130 kilos, a 7.5 kilo increase from her opener.
Jocelyn Keating, bar is loaded. 130 kilos on the bar for her.
Jocelyn Keating here, 130 kilos. Ooh,
Just a touch heavy there.
yeah, just maybe a little positional thing. She'll have another chance at that in her third attempt.
Yeah, hopefully just a little adjustment and she'll have that, collect extra kilos.
Next, followed by Candace Dar and Brenda Hunter in the hole.
Same weight on the bar here for Teresa, 130 kilos. Teresa sitting in 6th place in the 84 plus division.
Bar is loaded, Teresa.
So cool seeing how competitive all of these weight classes have been all week. So much depth to them.
Definitely, yeah. It's gone are the days of being able to walk into a division and walk away with it without anyone else to see.
Absolutely.
And you're seeing depth in almost every division now.
10 kilos slowed Teresa down a touch, but still smooth and 3 white lights. Good lift.
142.5 next up for Candace Starr. She's currently in 3rd position in the 63 kilo class. This can be fine. This will bring her back into the silver medal position though, after Laura had pulled in ahead of her earlier. So going to see these two go back and forth here, I think. See if Candace can go out and make her second attempt here.
Always fun for lifters to be jockeying for position.
And the bar is loaded, Candace Dar.
Yeah, it makes it, I mean, as a lifter,
Yeah.
I'd just rather walk away with it. It'd be much more fun.
I mean, yeah, I just don't want to know.
But it makes it more exciting for everybody else.
Yeah, right? Maybe
More
not
stressful
them.
for his coach, though. Having coached in that position a number of times.
That's what we keep you around for, Ryan.
And good second attempt there from Candace, I think.
Yeah, got it moving, and it was quick
Yep.
after that.
And that's
3 white
Three white
lights.
lights.
Good lift.
So
She struggled.
Brenda-
That's impressive. Candace struggled on squat and bench, only making one of each of those, but she's coming up very strong on deadlift here. So
yeah, got something to prove,
Yep,
regain some
exactly.
confidence, walk away feeling a little bit better.
For the spotters and loaders who have moved
Next up, we have Brenda
forward
Hunter.
and
She missed
anybody else
145
this week.
kilos on her opener, but she's going to reattempt that on her second. Strength was not an issue at all. She just lost a little bit of balance and took a step there at the top. Still locked it out, but I'm sure she'll make the technical correction and lock in her total here.
yeah, balance can be an issue. It can get the weight a little too far in your toes, a little too far in your heels, and
Especially on your opener, because you want it to move fast, but sometimes you move it too fast and
yeah,
just lose your
absolutely.
balance
Yeah,
there.
just pushes you around a little bit.
Yeah.
That
There
one
we
looks
go.
Good. Yeah, she was more sure of that one, I think. and
Yeah,
just-
3 white lights there.
Good lift.
Angela Thompson has jumped another 10 kilos to 147.5 kilos for her second attempt.
147.5 kilos. On deck, Rochelle.
Have you ever bobbled an opener because you moved it too fast, Ryan?
I've bobbled an opener a number of times.
Not because it was too fast, though.
Not necessarily because it was too fast, just lost a little twitch my
A little bit of
toes,
balance,
and
yeah.
it doesn't take much to kind of, with that kind of weight in your hands, it just kind of pulls you a little forward, and so unfortunately I've had to repeat a few openers, but
10 kilos did not slow Angela
not
down
at
at
all. No,
all
that moved
there.
very well. Yeah. Angela sitting in 3rd place in the 84 kilo division at this point.
Rochelle has opted to jump 10 kilos as well to 155 kilos for her second deadlift, not bench press attempt.
Yeah,
Deadlift attempt.
whatever. This is same as the bench. It's just more standing and
For
less
her second, third round powerlifting attempt.
moves pretty solidly there.
Yeah, it didn't look too different from her opener, honestly.
Sure, I like she's sitting in 4th place right now in the 84 plus division.
Catherine Lawrence has opted to jump 12.5 kilos to her second attempt. She'll be taking 162.5 kilos.
Big jump. This will move her into 2nd place though, so
here the fun begins.
Yeah, calculated risk to try and start moving up the rungs.
Absolutely. You're at Nationals, you don't have much to lose.
That's right. She's had a good day so far, only missing her third bench.
Yeah.
So
And it was a 2.5 kilos,
yeah,
so
exactly.
not much
And
loss.
that moved
Oh, that was
very
so
smooth.
fast,
Absolutely, yeah.
Really great lift there by Catherine.
Lots left in the tank there.
Yeah, 3 white lights, it's a good lift.
Sydney coming out now with the same weight, 162.5 kilos. Your current leader in the 63 kilo division.
10 kilo increase from her opener. Her opener was so fast though.
I think she's kind of got this locked in. I don't think anyone's going to come from behind to push her, so she's kind of
free to play.
Yep,
Load
yep.
up whatever she wants
Exactly.
to attempt today.
That's right.
Such a fun position to be in.
And that moved as well as her opener, I would say.
Yeah.
So
10 kilos did not slow her down.
Nope. She got a red for not locking out there.
Let's see if we can see it on the replay here.
Could have been soft knees or shoulders not quite back. Maybe just a hair of either of those two. It was a borderline call, you know.
Again, the
Could've gone
referees
either
are
way.
viewing from a different position than we are right
100%.
now. So
Yeah, absolutely.
12.5 kilo increase here for Luba, going to 162.5 for her second deadlift attempt.
She's currently in 3rd place, and this will move her into 2nd place.
Followed by Sherry McEachern.
Lots of coaches in the back, I'm sure, scrambling to figure out jockeying for position.
Absolutely.
See how far they can push their athletes while still letting them succeed.
Bars loaded, Luba.
Yeah, we're going to see some battles here, probably some attempt changes on thirds. And powerlifting can feel like a slow sport sometimes until you get to 3rd round deadlifts and you start trying to do a lot of mental math and scratching down attempt changes. And
running the computer for 3rd round deadlifts.
yeah.
After you've been mindlessly just like entering 2 numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Really easy second there for Luba as well.
Just a little bit of a hiccup at lockout there, but none of the referees had an issue with it, so all good there. Donna coming out now with 175 kilos. I was trying to say her first and last name at the same time there. I think.
4 second attempts. We've got Donna Bondar up next, followed by Sherry.
I'm surprised we've made it this long, Ryan. I feel like somebody should have kicked us off the live stream
Yeah,
by
I feel like I got a bit of a kick when we got to the third round deadlifts, and there was a lot of numbers to look at.
That's why I put you in charge of figuring out positioning, because my brain is done.
Donna currently in 5th. This poll will move her into 4th in the 84 plus division.
10 kilo increase from her opener. Her opener was nice and smooth, though.
Oh, that kicked her. She's getting rotated a little bit off the floor.
Yeah, maybe just a positioning thing
Yeah,
there.
yeah. She'll come back out at that one. I think she just lost position a little off the floor. And
Once the bar starts windmilling when you're deadlifting, it's so hard to recover from that because it's such a heavy weight.
well, that's the thing. We're talking like 400 pounds almost here.
We have Sherry coming out now, also attempting 175 kilos for her second deadlift attempt.
Sherry is your leader in the 84 plus division. And
Pretty commanding lead, Ryan, or?
I mean, Luba is behind, and I just don't think she has the range to kind of come take her. So pretty certain. I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm pretty sure with that pull there, Sherry's definitely
that was a nice
punched her ticket there. She's
nice confidence.
She's going to be the national champion there in the 84 plus division.
Looks like Maria Graham is loading up for a national record of 187 kilos for her second attempt. collecting
And this
more
next
national
lift,
records.
you'll notice it's not in a
Absolutely.
2.5 increment. It is a national record attempt. But not only that, it is a national record total
She is your
attempt.
84
So,
kilo
bar is
national
loaded.
champion already.
Maria Graham,
I can say that
2
pretty
national
confidently. She's
records.
got such a
Let's
commanding
see
lead.
it happen.
National record in the
Come on, Musha, what more do
squats.
you want?
Now going for a national record here in her deadlift in the second attempt or
And
second
total.
rounds and total.
Yeah,
So she's
lots on the line for this pull. Yeah,
she moves it well.
really patient there.
She gets it right down
And 3-way lights, a beautiful pull. A little more left to keep pushing those records up more.
Yep. And that she will
Just a
do.
very patient pull through that.
Third attempt, Josephine Keating will be starting off at 130 kilos, followed by Laura Logan.
Jocelyn Keating coming out for 130. She misses on her second. Might have been a little bit of a positional issue. She'll come back out and try again here on her third.
Yeah, we'll see if she can rally and make this pull, collect those kilos.
Sitting in fourth place in the 84 kilo division. This pull won't change her position. But I think this might be Jocelyn's first nationals, or Jocelyn, so. Local Saskatchewan lifter. Coached by co-meet director Ryan Fowler.
Yeah, just a bit too much on the day, unfortunately.
It's a long day, and it's you get tired by the time you get to deadlifts, and so.
Well,
could tire
especially
you out a
your
little
first nationals too. It's a really overstimulating experience, and
For sure.
a lot of nerves, a lot of
A lot of adrenaline dump,
Adrenaline,
Absolutely,
yeah.
So.
Up next, we'll have
still piece together a really good day.
Absolutely, yep. So.
We have Laura Logan now coming out for 132.5 kilos for her third and final pull.
This will push her back into silver medal position in front of Candace. So a little more jockeying here. This is going to tie Candace 310 kilos. Laura's the lighter body weight, so she will take the silver medal and force Candace to pull more to stay ahead. So Laura's got to make this pull to push herself into silver medal. And she's got it moving off the floor, and she's going to lock it out.
Yeah, she has such a snappy lockout once she gets it moving.
Once she gets just patience off the floor. So that's going to push her into silver medal right now. And now we just got to see what Candace can do. Candace is now in the driver's seat. She has to make her attempt to pull back into silver.
She's got to respond accordingly.
Yeah.
But first up, we have Teresa coming out for 140 kilos. Another 10 kilo increase. Seems to be
Teresa.
handling them well.
Yeah, Teresa in 6th place in the 84 plus division. This won't change her positioning. Also a local Saskatchewan lifter here. You note the spotters cleaning the bar between every attempt now on third attempts to make sure no one has a disadvantage on their grip, that everyone's got a good solid grip on that bar.
Yeah, we want everyone to have a level playing field, especially for these third pulls. So much is on the line for a lot of these lifters.
Yeah. A little bit of errant baby powder on that bar could be all the difference. Just got it above her knees, but couldn't quite get to the lockout.
Touch too heavy.
Yeah. But still a good day for Teresa. She only missed her third bench and her third deadlift there, so 7 for 9, not a bad day.
Now we have Candace coming out for 145 kilos, only 2.5 kilos more from her second, but she is currently trying to pull herself back into the silver medal position in the 63 M2 class.
Yeah, 2.5 kilos doesn't sound like a lot until the pressure of have to make this pull for moving it back up the podium can really add that, can make that 2.5 kilos feel like a lot more.
Also, you get to this point in the meet and you're tired.
Yeah, I mean, you're tired. Candace had some struggles on the squat and struggles on the bench, so
let's see if she can round off 3 for 3
come
on
out
deadlifts.
and pull herself back into the silver medal position here.
That'd be a great way to end the day for Candace.
Absolutely. She's got to move it. Moved
Yeah.
well. Moved well.
Once she gets it moving, so
Yeah.
snappy. I think she's
There
done
you
it,
go.
yeah.
3 white lights. That puts her back into the silver medal position. So use your silver medal 63 kilo lifter there. Now we have Angela coming out in the 84 kilo division.
I don't think I've ever had a third deadlift move that fast.
No, I would say not. Actually, you have. I've seen all your third attempt deadlifts. They all
Ryan.
move that fast.
No. Next up, we have Angela Thompson with
You just make it look hard.
165
You make
pounds.
your face makes it look harder, but they
My
all look
face
that
always
easy.
makes everything look hard. I don't like trying, right?
It's like an opener. Angela coming out now for her third attempt. 155 kilos. She is in third place in the 84 division. This will move her into silver medal position. Still with Brenda after to respond.
Let's see if she can temporarily move into that spot or secure it.
Take it on body weight here, and
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
good.
So smooth.
There you go. So that'll put her into silver medal there in the 84 class. She's leading on body weight, so Brenda just needs to pull a hair more than she did, but she actually has to pull this much because it's the weight in the bar. She can't decrease her load. So now Brenda's going to pull at 155 here, and that'll move her back into silver medal position.
Brenda missed her opener at 145 on a bit of a balance issue. She came back and nailed it on her second, so I think she'll hopefully get this third just right. 10 kilos shouldn't be too much for her. We'll see how she handles it.
And the bar is loaded for Brenda Hunter.
Currently in third place based on body weight. Trying to pull herself back into silver medal.
Let's see if she can do it.
Taking the time to be sure about the stance and the grip. Don't
Yeah,
want
she
to rush
wants to
anything
get it
now.
just right this
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah. Oh,
She
got it past the
grinds
knees.
through it, keeps her balance. We'll see what the referees
Yeah.
have to say.
Let's go to the lights. They are
Oh, 2-1. It's a good lift. Yeah. I
She's
think she got a little call there for a little bit of a downward there, I think, from the head referee. But 2 referees liked it, so we'll see if the jury has anything to say about that. But otherwise, that is your silver medal lifter there, Brenda Hunter in this 84 kilo class.
Next up, we have Rochelle McDonald in the 84 plus kilo M2 class. She's opted for a 5 kilo increase to 160 kilos for her third and final deadlift on the day. She's missed only 1 lift so far. Let's see if she can secure an 8 for 9 day here.
Currently in 4th place, and this won't change her
and the bar
position.
is loaded for Rochelle McDonald.
Just adding kilos to that total.
That's right.
Rochelle coached by Fowler too?
Indeed, yep.
Yeah. Gets it moving.
Yeah, looks like she's going to pull it
Yeah,
through.
really good patience there.
Very nice third attempt.
Yeah, picture
Good number,
perfect
yep.
time selection
I'd say
there.
so.
Number to pick. Let's see what the lights say.
2-1.
2-1. Good.
That's all it takes.
A yellow card, I'm not quite sure what that call was for.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe, did she let go?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. That's the only thing I thought was maybe she'd let go of the bar before it got to the floor, but it was
167.5
very,
kilos requested.
very hard to tell on that.
On deck, Catherine Lawrence, followed
Next
by
up, we have Sydney
Sydney.
attempting 167.5 for her third and final pull.
Your national champion already in the 63 kilo class.
This is an absolutely massive pull for a 63 kilo lifter. So impressive.
Let's give her some
Almost getting to 3 times body weight
Get
here.
some cheering going
Yeah,
on.
that's just incredible.
Bar is loaded, Sydney.
Let's see if she can rally and collect these extra 5 kilos on her total.
This would give her her second national record of the day.
Sounds like this would be a national record. I'm not sure if it was total or deadlift.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
357 would be her total. 357 and a half will be total after this if she's successful with this attempt.
Some kind of record on the line here.
And moved very well.
Beautiful.
Still a little more in the tank, I would say there.
Yeah.
Look,
And
2-1.
2-1. Good lift. I
national
don't know if that
record.
blue was for there, but she got it anyway. So she's your national champion. Maybe knees looking a little soft. It's hard to say.
Up next, we'll have
Next up, we have Catherine Lawrence coming up for 170 kilos.
She is currently in third place in the 84 plus division. She's trying to pull into second place here.
in the hole, asking for
If
1
she's successful with that, then immediately after, Luba will have something to say about that, and she'll have her chance to pull back into position. So
Love this battle going on.
still lots of jockeying here.
7.5 kilo increase from her second.
Bar is
Should be
loaded,
manageable.
Catherine Lawrence.
We'll see how
She
this
made
goes.
a big jump on her from her first to second. Her second
she
still
did.
moved well.
Her
So
second moved so well for how big
Yeah.
that jump was.
at this point, she's trying to pull as much as she can. So she has to force Luba to pull pull more than she's capable of.
Yeah, can't overextend herself though.
Yeah.
Gotta make the lift.
It's got to be 100% pull here.
Yeah, it looks
And
like
looks
they nailed
good.
that
Yeah.
quite well.
Yeah.
Looks straight.
Might have been a hair more in the tank, but this forces Luba's hand to pull.
Not worth the risk
Nope,
sometimes.
absolutely. So she is now sitting in the silver medal position, and Luba has to make this pull
Luba starting to take
and
170
cannot drop her
for
weight
right
any lower
now.
than it currently is. So
Luba's coming out for 170 kilos, also a 7.5 kilo increase from her second.
they've made the exact same deadlift attempts, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So these are our last few deadlifts of
This
the day.
lift
So
is
let's get
more than
loud
Luba
for
needs to
them.
get back into silver medal position, but she has to pull his weight because it's the weight's already loaded in the bar.
She
That's how it
wanted to
works,
respond after.
Yeah,
but
she wants to pull after, and she
So
she
without
gets to
further
pull
ado,
after,
gets to
but
pull after.
pull
But
she must.
it's a risk she has to take, right? She has the opportunity to pull less and force Catherine to pull more.
Lots of people getting fired up behind her. Let's see if she can pull this off, pull into the silver medal position.
She knows what she needs to do, and she's got to come out and execute it now.
Yep. Built some confidence up over the day, though. She's
So far, perfect for the day.
on the day, yeah. It's a great way to be going into your last pull.
Yeah, lots of confidence.
She
Got
gets
him
it
moving.
going. Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to be good. Just a little bit of a catch up at the lockout.
Same on the
but
second.
Yeah, but
three
good.
white
Yeah,
lights.
three
She
white
did
lights.
it.
That's your silver medal 84 plus lifter there. That's actually just get it settled back there at lockout.
Yeah.
It's Donna Bodner coming out now for 175. She misses on her second. Looked like, as I recall it, twisted on her off the floor. So
Up next,
Yeah, I
she
think
has
if
to
she
get a
can
little
get the
better
positioning
position.
right,
Yeah,
she'll be just
for
fine.
sure.
10 extra kilos on the line here to collect and add to her total.
Yeah, she's in 5th place in the 84 plus division, and that won't change with this pull. So she's sitting in the position she's in. She's trying to pull this for herself now. After Donna, we have 2 more lifters coming out, and then we'll be concluding our day here.
And the bar is loaded. Donna Bodnar.
Let's see if she can get this one just right.
Just a little technical correction here, I think, for Donna.
These are your last 3 deadlifts of the day. Boost you up. Let's give them some support.
Local Saskatchewan lifter.
That looked way better off the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, just that hand slipping.
Yeah, just that left hand just lost grip a little bit and she couldn't recover it, but much better start off the floor.
Yeah. Definitely within the realm, I think.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, next meet that will be there.
Yeah.
Sherry McEachern coming out for 182.5 kilos. She is your 84 plus champion already. She has a
Perfect on the day.
441 kilo total. This will put her at 448.5 kilo total. She set the squat national record at 176 kilos. Coming out here to pull 182.5 kilos, which is just over 400 pounds. 402 pounds.
Such a big pull.
Sherry, bar is loaded.
Let's see if she can round out this day picture perfect.
Absolutely.
Such a confident lifter, too. All of her lifts have been really good.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, perfect standards. Yeah, I'd say there's a little
exclamation
bit
point
more.
there. She finishes her day perfect, picture perfect.
She's happy with that.
3 white lights, 9 for 9 on the day. 448.5 kilo total. And at least 1 national record.
Last up for the day, we have Maria Graham. She's opted to jump 3 kilos, which will be a national record as well, at 190 kilos for her final deadlift, and she will be perfect on the day if she can pull this off.
So we'll give her a 430 kilo total if successful. Your 84 kilo M2 national champion already.
Hailing from Ontario, I've seen her make a lot of really impressive performances. This is probably her best so far, though. So impressive.
Last deadlift of the day. Let's get loud. Let's show her some
This
support.
will look to be her 4th national record, perhaps even a total record as well.
It's a total record, yeah.
There you go. So this will be 5 national records on the day.
Yeah, what a great day. She gets it moving.
Oh, it keeps it moving.
So patient, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she'll lock that up.
Gets it down,
There you go.
man. Look to the lights.
Yeah, picture
Great
perfect
day for
Maria.
Maria. She's your 84 kilo national champion with squat, deadlift, and total national records. So excellent day of lifting for everybody. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for lifting.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow morning.
And also
Yeah.
all of the
I don't know
early.
what day tomorrow is because I've
I think
lost
it's
track, but
Thursday.
we'll be back then.
And ladies from platform 2.